What's going on, everybody? It's MirMir here, and we're back with another episode. Episode three. Uh, I got another episode in the vault that I've been working on. I've been off for a week. I had to give myself a break because I had to attend to certain things. But we back at it. You probably hear my little cousin crying in the background, but we're gonna cut the bullshit out in a second. But uh, we have a new guest today. He's been wanting to get on here for a while. We've talked. We've shared dialogue every now and then. But I know him from high school, maybe in middle school. My memory is kind of trash right now, but I definitely remember you from high school. We shared a couple conversations, as I said before, but it's always been cool. It's always been, a very, very a thing that's been a long time coming. See, I can't even find my words. I do this every time in these damn intros, but not to waste any more time, we got our boy Jamari.
It was in ninth grade high school. Yeah, going back to Graham.
Oh, yeah, back to Graham. What year did we meet? Was it my freshman year or sophomore year? Because I know you was there, but I think you had left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I left after my ninth grade year. That was probably like 2016 actually. 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. But yeah, dang, playing football with you. Wasn't you on the football team?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was on the football team, that whole
Doing
thing, man.
doing the theater, the Carolina games, all that, man. But yeah, the only thing that made me vibe with you the most, man, is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and you don't talk on a daily. We don't talk like it's just like annually, like every now and then, but still like every time I talk to you, man, it's all love and that's what I appreciate the most. Like so, you
Always.
know what I'm saying? But it's
Always.
all good though, bro.
Yeah, it's never been a weird vibe with you, you know what I'm saying? Even though we don't know each other like that to on that type of level, it's always just been like, I really fuck with this dude's vibe, you know what I'm saying? Even way
Oh
back
God.
to the damn It's Real 85 vids. Shout out to him with the with the Valentine's video and the crab legs. Y'all should definitely check that video out. I definitely remember that.
Yo.
I don't know how I remember that, but we was at lunch and I don't know if I was showing you the video, if you were showing me the video, but we was just fucking dying off of laughing
Heck
from that
yeah.
video, bro.
Bruh, I let that video ride for like so long because the first time I started showing that video was when I was like coming out of eighth grade, and it had me dying. Like, bro, we got in trouble over that video. Like, we was in class showing it around, and we started like talking to the. We started telling jokes about people, and then we
Yeah.
went up to the teacher, and we was like, "Man, it smelled like salmonella in here." She was like, "What?" And then everybody got sent to the principal's office. So it's like, yo, but yeah, man. But that's the kind of vibe like I try to set around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like regardless of anything, like how people are, anything, it's just like it's just being able to embrace anybody socially. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just putting aside who they are, what they do, anything like that. Like not really putting any type of social stigmas on any people. Just like
Right.
just embracing people and just showing like just giving the love that you can. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's
Exactly.
very important.
That's it. And for anyone that do come to me or wants to talk to me or anything, all I want them to do is just to be themselves at all times. I
Oh
don't
God.
want anybody to have to feel like they have to put on an act or be a certain way around me, because if you do, then I must be doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? My vibe
Yeah.
must be checked, you know what I'm saying? But I've always fucked with your vibe, you know what I'm saying? Just the chill shit, you know what I'm saying? No extra shit, no extra
Yeah.
bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we just never really connected in the way uh damn, I don't know what's the proper word, but you know what I mean? Like we just never had the
Yeah, I
same
got you.
classes or even had the time to really kick it like that. But when we did, it was cool, it was funny, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh God, man.
I
Yeah,
definitely
like I
fucked with
said,
your
man, it's
vibe.
all love, and I appreciate it to the fullest, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, like I mean that genuinely, just because like how organic it's been, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it was never nothing pushed, it was never nothing forced. It was just like every time, it's just that love. That's why I got so much appreciation for it because, like nowadays, if you can notice, like it's not a lot of relationships like that with people anymore.
Right.
Like a lot of the times, like people are either afraid of being social or they're social because of some type of crutch or like you know what I'm saying. Like it's some type of situation that pushes you to be social rather than just having it happen organically. Like whether you be with a group of people or whether you be
Yeah.
in some type of group or situation, anything like that that pushes you to kind of get together with
Right.
certain people and mingle with them, and you know what I mean.
Always. My bad. I'm trying to really listen to you. And this fool over here crying and all that they took his tablet. You know, this Gen Z generation, they hook on these tablets and cocoa melons, man. I had to go
um,
outside and scrape my knees and go in the woods and have Nerf wars and play pickup. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
saying, boy.
it's a little different right now. If it's only 7:02, I still probably be outside right now at 12 years old.
Boy, Trent not even caring about them street lights. I'm telling you, you
I'm
be
just,
out there past them street lights, you be like, man, shit, fuck it, we might as
right.
well just play another game of kickball till she called my
Something.
phone or something. Like, nigga,
Call your
yeah.
phone or call you from down the road, and you gonna hear your mama name from down the road when she call your
Oh
name. And if
God,
you don't
boy,
come,
this crazy.
you don't come down that road, your ass is grass. You know how it is, man.
Nigga jetting, like, boy, when I tell you, the only thing I feel like that I noticed, like around my neighborhood at least, that people still do is I still see kids riding bikes. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
kind of like it's good to see that because it's like it kind of gives you like some type of and what's the word I'm looking for? Like a refresher of like what we used to do. Like
yeah,
even though that's like just a small portion, it like I see it sometimes, and it's like it's kind of like it's like important to me. Like it
very.
shows me a lot. Like dang, like y'all still trying to, you know what I'm saying, kick it like we used to back in the
I'm
day.
saying my neighborhood ain't the same though as it used to be, man. I seen it change throughout the years. I see people come and go. You know, I done seen
Heck
every
yeah.
situation, you name it, but my neighborhood is definitely different. Like I still see kids outside every now and then, but not like it used to be. Like everybody had a basketball goal. Or we go to this one person's house because they got a trampoline, or you go to somebody else's house because they got this game system, but you got the controllers. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh God.
it's definitely different now. You know, I wouldn't know what's going on, but it's definitely different because it used to just be all the way up and down the road. Everybody know each other now. I don't
Heck yeah.
know.
And that was definitely one of the things I wanted to hop into as far as like the topics and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can go ahead and start with that one if you
Oh
want me
yeah,
to.
go ahead. I
Cause
don't
like
lead the
yeah,
way.
like as far as like the neighborhoods and everything goes, like it's um it's like everybody is kind of, I don't want to be too harsh with the word, but kind of everybody's kind of like enslaved to the technology nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh
like
my gosh,
people
yeah,
are so used to having
yeah,
something like a
yeah,
certain conventions put in for us to make something to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you look back to, because I've been talking to a lot of people that are like my parents' age, bro, and like they've been telling me all these things like you know how people nowadays are trying to like, yo, let's go to the movies, or we need like a
yeah,
Frankie's, or like all these big malls and everything we need to go to have fun. Like, nah, bro. Like if you talk to people around the range of like 35, like they'll tell you like back in the days they literally used to kick it at car washes, dude. Like
yeah.
car washes, a car wash, and they used to have it packed full of people. Everybody just
Mm-hmm.
chilling. They used to meet up at a corner store. Everybody just chilling.
Yeah,
Meet up at a McDonald's. Everybody just chilling.
chilling. Ask
I'm
any
saying
35-plus-year-old. They'll tell you like, even 60-year-olds. They be like, man, we used to go to this jukebox joint. So we used to go to the pool house, or we used to have to go to this like you said, the
yo,
car wash. There's always some car wash, and I'm like, that
exactly.
building does not exist no more. Like, them joints don't
Like, yo,
exist.
and that's wild too, cause bro, it feels like we need so much in order to have fun or just in order to enjoy ourselves, and they had so little, but they made the best out of it.
Yeah,
So that's why it kind of like hits me so hard every time I think about it, cause it's like, yo, like when you ask people nowadays, it's always like, yo, like where's the malls, where's the movies,
I
where's the
know.
the celebration
It's
station,
yep.
the freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like
Roller
where do we,
skating, all that.
for real? Like where's the big
I,
clubs, the parties? Like come on, man.
right. Like, cause when I was entering high school, or even then, like I've always noticed how human interaction itself has changed, and
Yeah.
I had to explain to someone like with social media and everything, it's not that social media is the problem. It's just like with the human interaction, everything is just so accessible. So you got everything you quote unquote need. So you get fake dopamine and fake serotonin reward systems in your head. That's why when you see
Hmm.
the heart ain't blue, the heart is red. That's why they keep you engaged. They keep you on these apps. They keep you here. They make you they build these false realities, and some people don't know how to separate the internet world between reality, but I can go all day about that, and I had to explain that to somebody. But that's quite the
Yeah.
surface level, because human interaction has changed right in front of us, and I'm one person. I can't do nothing about it. I can only do what I can do, and I know what's real and
Yeah.
what ain't. So as far as the community goes, and as far as the neighborhoods go, and how it used to be and how it is now, it's just how it is. It's always going to be a forever changing thing, you know, right in front of us, whether we like it or not. But it sucks when uh you have an expectation towards, I'm gonna be able to experience that, or I get to see them do that. I wasn't able to be in them rooms, but I'm hearing the adults do that, and you know, card games, all this and that, and then you get to
Yeah.
that age now, it's just like, don't nobody want to have a kickback, don't nobody want to do nothing. Like, yeah, I'm not saying you have to drink and
I'm
smoke, but I'm just saying
saying.
nobody wants to, like, you know, like, you
Yeah,
know,
I know what you mean though. Like nobody just wants to gather and just enjoy yourself. You know
I'm
what I'm
saying,
saying? Like it always has to be like, like is it like some type of big party going on at this
right,
big venue, or is there somebody performing there, or is it gonna be at
right,
this mall where we can see all this nice expensive stuff? Is it gonna be at this place where we can drive go karts and watch
right,
movies and pet little animals and all this
right.
extra furry shit? Like, nah, man,
Yeah,
come
but
on, bro.
everything is just too accessible as far as the internet, and it's only accelerating and right in front of us, like
Yeah.
dead ass. Like, I like the way kids, like, I saw a 3-year old come up to being 8, and how she interacts and makes new friends. Like, it's gonna get, I hear the siren, hold up, it's gonna get to a point to where you're based off of your profile picture and this and this and this and this and that, when that's not the truth. People, you getting blinded by the algorithm because it caters to you. Like, if someone were to send
Yeah.
me a TikTok funny video to them, it's funny to them because it's catering to their humor. It's not gonna be funny to me. It's gonna be funny to them. It's gonna be funny to the people that like that type of content, and then it's gonna take that away if you're not messing with it. And it's gonna feed you something that it may think you like, and then if you're so on and so on and so on. But like I said, I'm not gonna go too far. That's my problem. I like to
Yeah.
get into too much detail. That's my
Oh
problem.
no, it's all good, bro, cause it's valid. Like you know, and what you're saying, like when it comes down to social media and everything, it's like it can be a gift and a curse at the same
Right.
time. Like, cause it's good that we have all this information at our fingertips, but
Yeah.
it's like people kind of all have the same influences, you know what I'm saying? And people
Right.
kind of all use it for the same things.
Same
Like
thing.
it's you can look at like small percentages of people who use the internet to their advantages, people that are
Mm-hmm.
using it to get into the market of e-commerce, building businesses,
Mm-hmm.
looking into information on how to like do productive things like garden, you know, build their own things, become engineers,
Yep.
get into technology, getting into how
Programming.
technology, yeah, exactly, getting into how technology works and getting a passion for it. But it's kind of like with mainstream media, that's what kind of puts us at a disadvantage because you're seeing everything that these people with these large followings and all this influence have, and it's kind of like putting you into the perspective of like that needs to be me, like you know what I'm saying, and you kind of chasing
Exactly.
what they work so hard for, but what you're not seeing is like, yo, these people that's on top on these yachts that's posting with all these females, got all this money, all these chains, like yo, they put in a lot of work that you don't see to get
Yep.
to that point. And it's like they're showing you the reward, but they're not showing you the path. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like that's what you're falling in love with. You're falling in love with the finish line. You know what I'm saying? And you're not exactly seeing the whole path that
That's
these people took.
mm.
But that's all that they're gonna post. They're gonna post their W's. They're gonna post all their rewards. They're gonna post all
Yep.
the good
The
times.
best
So you're
moments, the
gonna,
good
you know what I'm saying?
moments.
You're gonna get into your own head and contemplate like, dang, like this is where I need to be. This is something I need to be doing. So you're gonna be striving to like, yo, like whatever I do, like if there's a small moment or
Right.
if there's anything I get into, I need to post it. I need to post this. I need to post that.
Right.
Whether it's your real personality or not, you're gonna feel like this is something I gotta do because this is what they're doing and they have all this attention, all this money, all this respect, you know,
Yep.
and that's just gonna rub off on you. And the bad thing about it is that does that to such a large percentage of people that's on social media. So that's kind of what cripples everybody on there. And it's, you know, it's like I said, it's a gift and a curse at the same time, man. But you know, it's ways of getting out of it, like by
Mm-hmm.
doing what we're doing right now. You know, like this might be a small portion in somebody's world, but we're keeping our
Exactly.
integrity and making sure that we're staying true to ourselves by putting out this information. You know what I'm saying? And that's
See,
very important.
I'm glad you get that, and that's the full purpose. Well, the one of the factors of this podcast itself. I'm
Yeah.
able to provide that space. This easily could have been a 1% conversation between me and you, but the fact that this will be uploaded later and for other people to hear or see, I don't care if it's a one person, two people, 10,000 people, as long as someone is viewing and these type of discussions, or you can call it like a room, is being held, it can be further explored and further evaluated, because in time, I know they're going to be studying the human brain and the mental effects of these type of influences and what a person should be or how a relation should be. Like the perfect example is like YouTube relationships and those type of channels. I don't watch
Yeah.
those, but when you did come up in middle school and whatnot, you would see it, and then you'd be like, "Is that how a relationship's supposed to be?" And then you go into high school, and
Oh
then you
my
do
god.
those things that they did, and like you're not supposed to do 8 pranks in 1 week. What the fuck, like, and all this extra shit and softcore porn shit. But like people did that, and they didn't realize what they was putting out there. Although it's entertaining and content, but you have to really think about it before you put it out there, because this is a digital footprint, you know, and
Hmm.
it comes with a price, and a lot of people don't realize when you post these things, say these things, or whatever the case may be, you're basically signing up for that, because it comes with the territory. These
Hmm.
consequences, good and bad, you're gonna reap them regardless, even with good intentions. Even the people that created these platforms with good intentions, they're reaping the positives and the negatives. So
God.
yeah, you know, you know.
Yeah, man. It all comes down to just really being able to understand what you're getting yourself into at
Yep.
all times. Cause like you said, like especially with relationships, bro, like, oh my God, like if you just see the whole evolution of that, like
Yeah.
it's so like mind-boggling how
Yeah.
much the media has control over that. Like
Yeah.
how much control it has over people's personal relationships, like what they value in their relationships, how they operate in it. And it's so crazy because like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like you'll see all these YouTubers handling their relationships in one way, and you're gonna feel like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the way
Yeah.
for them to operate in a relationship.
Yeah.
But they don't understand, like you said, like if you gonna get yourself into doing YouTube, making pranks, doing podcasts, bro. Like
Yeah.
you gotta understand the information you put out, and even bigger, you gotta understand your influence, and you
Yep.
gotta understand what your fan base is. Because a lot of the times when you have people doing these pranks and these vlogs, like 9 times out of 10, the majority of their fan base is gonna be kids. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
saying? Kids.
demographic.
Yeah, that's gonna be the majority of it at least. So it's like these kids don't understand like the things that you're putting out are just pranks, or the things that you're putting out might be staged, or the things that you're putting out are just for content or humor. They're not going to understand this, so they're going
Right.
to apply that to their everyday life. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And that's going to put everybody at a deficit, because if you're showing that relationships, or you know what I'm saying, just life needs to be
Yeah.
handled in this way in your YouTube, but you know what I'm saying, your fan base can't understand, like, you know what I'm saying, it's just for content. This is something you're doing just for
Right.
kicks and giggles, and you're doing it for views. Since they can't process that, they're gonna understand, okay, this is how life goes, and then it's gonna be an easy copy and paste that fast.
Yep.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you really have to have an understanding of what you're doing whenever you do these things, because the internet has so much power, bro. Like it has a lot of power that people don't understand.
Yeah.
So it's like once you put something out there, you know what I'm saying, you got to really understand what you're getting yourself into. It's checks and balances to everything. And if you don't understand
There you
both sides, you know what I'm saying, you already putting yourself at a
go. Yep.
disadvantage.
You just run into a field of mines, and then that's it. At one point, you gonna step
Exactly.
on that damn mine, and you ain't gonna know what hit you. It's gonna hit you in
Most
all type of
definitely,
fucking
bro.
directions. You feel me? But yeah, I had to explain that to somebody. It's funny that you brought that up, because they were just like, why you never download TikTok? Like TikTok's been out for like 5, 6 years now. And I was like, I've downloaded maybe once or twice, but uploaded my own personal content, no. Participating in the TikTok, yes. You probably find a video of me here and there too. Somebody might find it. I don't
Mm,
fucking know. But like I had said, my thing is years ago, I'm reading the text.
yeah.
My thing is years ago, I knew what it would become, and it's hard to explain. But as far as the algorithm, it's a setup for your serotonin and artificial dopamine. It caters to you. Not everyone is the same, which is why whenever someone sends me a TikTok, it's not catered to my humor. I already said that. All it is a reflection of your interests and viewpoints, and feeds you what it may think you like and don't like. At the beginning, it was for lewd and weird, quirky girls. Now it's a very broad thing, being out for almost 5 years now, especially since it's on its own, owned by China servers. No disrespect. I just care about my privacy, and I'm sure it's positives to it. It's just people can't separate the internet or virtual world to the real world or reality, and like to confuse those extreme themes with real life situations. I can go on, but at the end of the day, you pick your poison. I can't escape it only because I use other social apps, but I limit with not allowing apps to track my activity. But you can't beat that or beat the algorithm because it's not controlled by a human. It's an ever growing learning AI. So, probably the best example is YouTube since it's been on the digital footprint for the longest, I said. And then I
True.
said, but when the election time comes, again, you'll see what I mean. I can be swayed by five quick facts or seeing someone's head gets blown off. It really does something to the human brain, and we can't fathom it because we're in the beginning stages of it. Who's to say who's right? We'll be working at home before you know it. For all I know, I could do and be programmed. My programming could be of my likeness, my eye tracking, and my engagement. They feed off engagement. That's why the heart isn't blue, it's red, it's attractive. I already said that. Or you get notifications for someone you might want to follow, even though you got your notifications off. It doesn't matter what we do or what I do, we just pick our poison. The internet just makes things too accessible. So imagine your parents having to actually go outside to find out about rumors or a situation when now I could just easily or unwillingly find out misinformation. Human interaction is changing right in front of us, but it's the least of my worries. It'll be something for generations to come. It's beyond me and you. So at this point, it ain't even TikTok. That's what I said. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's still surface level. It's beyond me and you, but the people that created these things, they didn't even think about this. But when you hire engineers to do these type of things and create these AIs, you do it for good intentions probably and make more money or whatever. I don't care, but it's just like you just pick your poison because you can only do so much. The only way you can
Yeah.
fully get off of that is just going nomad, off the grid type shit. As far as the
Yeah.
internet blueprint or footprint, I said blueprint.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And it's kind of it's understandable in a way as to why people put certain things out that can potentially hurt a lot of people
Yeah,
because for the economic side, it's kind of like when you're looking at it, it's good for business because you
right.
understand how the human influence works. You know, if you can get a lot of people to become attracted to one thing or get a lot of influence for a lot of people to get into a certain thing just by you marketing it right and you
Yep.
getting the right people to push it out, you know, it's going to continue to make revenue. It's going to continue to last a long time. Like looking at Facebook and Instagram and all these
Oh
places,
God,
like, you know, it's
Facebook
been
getting sued to this day.
exactly. Like yo, like it's been a lot of mishaps on there, man. Cause it's like you know they're looking at it from a business perspective. They're not looking at it as, what are we gonna do to prevent people from getting hurt, from getting people cyberbullied, from getting like all these different mishaps that happen on all these social media
Yeah.
platforms. Like there's been a lot of cyberbullying, a lot of suicides, all these things because you put it out and you show what people can do on there, but you don't show the bad side. You don't really show the bad side. You know, like I said, with all
Yeah.
the cyberbullying and everything like that.
Yeah.
So you kind of leave people up to their own devices to notice stuff mentally off the back, but a lot of people don't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're leaving that up to the people to understand. Okay, I'm gonna put this out, and you can post what you want. You can go live. You can
Yep.
talk to your friends, but you know it's like putting it in the tiniest fine print. Oh yeah, people can insult you, people can post your
Mm-hmm.
privacy, people
Mm-hmm.
can, you know, bully you, people can come at you and say
Yep.
whatever they want to about you to hurt your feelings or you know what I'm saying, do anything. But
Right.
they don't necessarily show you how to deal with that or they don't really tell you about it up front because like I said, they're looking at it economically. You know, they're
Mm-hmm.
looking at how that's going to benefit them and their company. So it's like these are things that I wouldn't say, well, yeah, but yeah, since they put it out, these are things that we got to leave up to ourselves to make sure that
Yeah.
we do. You know what I'm
At the end
saying?
of the day,
Yeah, most
I'm pretty
definitely.
sure to come. The same way kids are learning about different demographics as far as being black, gay, dwarfism, and all that, they're gonna be learning about.
Hmm.
Do you want to like? I don't know. I'm just talking. Like maybe they'll have you have to have a certain age to have an Instagram. You have to have this and this and that. But even then kids can just make a different age and then different
Yeah,
email and all that. Like it's just I don't know.
yeah, it's all good, man. Like it's like personally, like it's something we're gonna have to grasp a hold to first because there's a lot of, like you said, man, the world is changing every day. Like
Every day.
every single day, there's changes being made. Like from every aspect too. Like right now, we're going through this economic inflation and everything. You know, prices are rising.
Gas. Fuck.
Minimum wage is going up. You know, property values are going up. A lot of people are, struggling financially. You know, there's a lot of low income people. A lot of people on unemployment. All these things, and it's like, especially with our community. You know what I'm saying? The black community. The majority of them are kind of like put at a disadvantage because
Yeah.
we take up a lot of the low income areas and
Yeah.
ghettos and unemployment rates and everything like that. So like going into that, I kind of had a question for you whenever it
What's
comes
up?
down to the economics and everything. Like so, just noticing everything, like how the economy is going and how it looks with income and inflation and everything like that. How do you think us or people in general? How do you think everybody is going to deal with that? How do you think everybody should deal with that? Do you think we should just go and follow like what the government is doing, like just wait on everybody to raise minimum wage, raise up wages for jobs, and kind of just adapt to what's going on? Or do you think we should find a way to overcome it, basically put ourselves in a good position to where that's not really a problem we have to worry about? What's your whole take on it?
The problem, I don't know about the problem because it's really hard to source it as far as black and brown people alone in
Yeah,
every community in every state, depending on southern state, northern state, doesn't matter. But it just hold on, I lost my thought. Uh,
it's all good.
damn. That's my fucking problem. Ask that first part again.
Yeah. Like as far as just people in general, like just people that are kind of
Yep.
just unfortunate in the situation.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. It's just with every situation is different, and a lot of times the conversations that we're talking about is the American way, because a lot of times what we see is the American things and American side and American media, so we can
Hmm.
only go based off of that. And a lot of times in America is either you believe that you can work hard and work your way up, but then you got to realize, are you black, are you gay, are you a dwarf, are you this, are you that? You know, there's certain limitations that would be set upon you, but you just can't limit yourself. And it also has to do with your mindset, and also has to do with your upbringing, and also has to do with what you're born into and the
Yeah.
resources that you're provided with and the resources you can create for yourself. So a lot of times when I think of hustle or hustler, a lot of people like to think of a drug dealer or a rapper or whatever, but that's not the case. There's a lot of hustlers all around us right now. A lot of people just go out and get it for themselves. They don't wait on the government. A lot of people don't like to depend on the government. A lot of people do like to depend on the government. It's just a lot of ways to go about it in this country alone. There's no really straight narrow path. It's more so what pertains to your situation right now and what type of uh uh damn, what's the word, like what type of situation do you want to create for yourself later on? Like if you were starting in a lower different demographic, like let's say you're up north in New York and then you live in Brownsville and your situation's tough, you got like two little brothers and sisters and then you with your mom, but you also have been working since you was like 16, and then you can't really go to school because after school you have to go watch them. Like it just depends on everyone's situation. Like I can't really think of a clear answer for that, but the best thing I can probably say in my 20 years of life is just
Yeah.
for me, you use what you can and the resources you got, and you got to create it for yourself, because you can only do so much for yourself. And I'm not saying you got to ask for handouts, but getting help. And when you go into these rooms, don't limit yourself. So when you go out to do something, like let's say you want to go out to a studio session, you the artist, you've been writing your music, you already ready for that. But then don't limit yourself. Like when you see the engineer, you see the producer, look at them, ask questions, be like, how are you able to do that? What's got you into that? What interests you into that? So that you can further
Yeah.
expand what you're able to provide. And that's just the American way. The American way is just about what are you able to provide? How are you going to make me more money? So that later
Yeah.
on you can make yourself more money and whatnot, and so on and so on and so on. But again, it's just the life that you want and it's the life you choose. But it's just certain limitations that a lot of black and brown people have that we have no control over. So it don't matter what space you go in, you know, I can get hired because my skin, even though I'm black, I'm still a little bit browner. I get a little bit of the light skinness from my mom, but my brother on the hand, he looks way more darker like my dad. So who's more likely to get hired for that position, even though he may be more qualified, but I could be less qualified for this position, you know? Or if you're a woman,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're gay and in black, like again, all the demographics are into play, and that's comes with the racism. Racism comes in all shapes and form. It's not just Confederate flag, oh, Southern pride. Racism comes in all types of shapes and forms. So I know it's not a straightforward answer, but I, just to give it a broad type of point of view,
Yeah,
that's probably the best way I can put it. You know, in my 20 years of life and experience, because I'm still learning to this day how to do certain things and put myself in these certain rooms. So,
yeah, true that.
I mean, what would you even say to that, to your own question?
Yeah, man. Me personally, like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Whenever it comes down to everybody having their own situation and limitations, because, like I said, like like growing up around these type of communities, like you actually see these things,
Yeah,
and it kind of hurts sometimes because
exactly.
like a lot of the people we're around, like we're put at such disadvantages versus most people that already have it. You know what I mean? Like most people that are already in the middle class, most people that are already in the upper class,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And it's kind of like we kind of have to scratch up and put in a lot more extra work to get there. And at that point, it kind of depends on who all in this situation wants to be there. You know how bad
Yep.
you want it, what you're willing to do to get there.
Sacrifices.
But I feel like there is one overall thing that everybody can do whenever it comes to that. Besides just working and everything, I feel like the only way for you to overcome something like inflation and low income and thing like that is just investing, man. I feel like investing is going to
Mm-hmm.
be a huge thing for everybody because like we said before, this world that we have now is extremely accessible for so much stuff, for information, for opportunities and
Yep.
everything. So just finding small ways to invest in yourself,
Yep.
invest in your family, invest into the economy, everything like that is gonna it's kind of gonna put you in a better position because like even with things like cryptocurrency, investing
Yep.
into Bitcoin and Dogecoin and everything like that, like those are ways for you to put
Mm-hmm.
your money in so that your dollar gains value. Like nowadays, if you look at $1 in the U.S., the value of $1 is $1. The value of one Bitcoin is like what 42,000,
Yeah.
45,000, something
Probably
like that.
right now.
Exactly. So it's crazy, and it's going to continue to go up and down. So
Mm-hmm.
just putting your money into things like that that's gonna appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Something where it can gain value over time, passively. For you to just put it in there,
Passively.
let it wait, then you look in probably like a month or a couple of years later, and now what? You $10,000 richer. You know? And I feel like since it's so accessible, I feel like that's something that everybody should at least look into. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not
Look
saying you
into.
gotta exactly. Yeah,
We're,
I'm not
we're, we're
saying you
not
gotta.
endorsing. We're not saying like go do this, go do that. We're not trying to say this is
Yeah,
what you need to do, but it's definitely something that you could look into. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
We're not legally or illegally trying to persuade
Just
anyone and what to do with their money. What you do with your money is your money. You're taking that risk.
exactly.
Remember that.
It's your money and you need it now, nigga.
All
It's
right.
your money. But yeah, dang. But yeah, just looking into it because I'm not saying like because I understand like a lot of people that we will be talking to like in unfortunate situations and low
Yeah.
income and situations like a lot of people particularly wouldn't have that amount of money to just you know what I'm saying just keep throwing in to be impulsive about it, at least not to be
Mm-hmm.
impulsive about it, but it's going to be something gradually that you can look into and get yourself into over time. Like me personally, I've actually did a lot of looking into, and I've actually gotten into doing like trading and cryptocurrencies and everything. So I kind of like know my way around it. But then again, it's like I had to take the initiative to find that out. You know what I'm saying? Like I had
Yep.
to put myself in a situation where I'm watching videos on it. I'm networking with people who already know how to do it, and they're teaching me the skills I need to be able to get into that type of thing. So yeah, I think that would be a big thing for people to get into because it's all types of investing. You know, it's trading, it's cryptocurrency, it's real estate, it's
Mm-hmm.
businesses. You know, it's all types of things you can get yourself into whenever it comes down to investing. But
And
the overall goal of investing is to put you in a better financial position where your dollar gains value. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that would be a very big portion into getting people to overcome these hard times. You know what I mean?
Kind of to go backwards into when you was talking about the whole celebrities and the positions they may be in, and it's for me, with the planning and whatnot. Sometimes you can see right through it with who they're using to push out information, who they're using to influence certain people, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
and make them make these type of risks even though they don't necessarily need to, or if it pertains to their situation, because a lot of people, like you said, like they don't just have the money to just be able to do that and just play around in that field.
yeah,
Everything in America alone is a game itself, and if you go into that, that's what you signed up for. Everything you can think of can be monetized in America. My likeness right now can be monetized, but if I sign up for
exactly.
that and I give that up, that's on me.
For sure, man. For sure, most definitely. And like, and even going back to that, I feel like with a lot of these things, one of the main things that puts us in a bad position is when it comes down to us being in these situations economically, it's like, for the fact that we don't have as much leverage over
Right.
certain things, like might not have as much money in our pocket, might not have as much property, as much, as much valuable things. It's kind of like we're so easily influenced and led into the wrong directions. Like, as you can see, like in around our neighborhoods, like predominantly black neighborhoods, ghettos, low
Yep.
income, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of things, bro, that we like don't need around here. A lot of
Yep.
things that's actually gonna hurt us, man. Like it's a lot
It's
of,
crazy.
yeah, like a lot
I
of
can go
fast
outside
food.
right now, go up the road. There's a liquor store and a church across the street from each other, bro.
Exactly,
It's
like, bro,
it's
it's,
it's
it's
set up that way.
wild.
It's set up
And
that way
it's,
for a reason.
yeah, it's so wild, bro. And it's like it's so much like fast food and all these different things. It's like out here to hurt us, bro. Like, and it's crazy because it gets pushed so much, but people are still doing it. Like,
Yeah.
people are doing it in masses. Like every day, you can look at a McDonald's line, bro. That thing is out of the road, like out in the road. People are waiting to get
Mm-hmm.
food from these places and going into these liquor stores. Like they packed whenever it comes down to like certain events, or they pack their weekend, whatever it
Yep.
is. And it's like people are hurting themselves, bro. The people are putting themselves in a bad position by just overly abusing these things. But they're all around us though, and everybody takes
Yep.
advantage of them.
It's in
So it's like,
every direction, financially, with your health and your mental health. It's
yeah,
everywhere. It's literally everywhere, from the food you eat. It's just like they make it seem like these things are supposed to support you and help you, when really it's supposed to just suppress you in each and every way. I,
exactly,
the fact that I have this type of sweater on, it could have been just a plain one, but it has this on here. So I was obviously influenced in some type of way to be like, I should get that. I don't
exactly,
need that. I need that for the warmth and the clothing, but I don't need that for the price it has. So a lot of times things have the prices that it has because of the crowd behind it, or the support behind it. Like I was watching this video that explained, and it's one of the randomest videos I ever seen. It was just talking about AirPods in general, and how when they first was
hmm,
coming out, and how it accidentally started to become one of those fancy things that people felt like they needed when you didn't need it. And what it said was kind of just to skip the details. It was just like when it first came out, a lot of people started to clown it, but at the same time, that type of publicity built up like, oh, okay, maybe I do need these. And then when that 2018 Christmas hit, uh, uh, AirPods for Christmas was trending on Twitter, and then everybody wanted that. So it was just like supply and demand, and it was like, okay, everybody has that. I want that. I want that fancy thing. Even though there's already Bluetooth headphones out that you can literally just
exactly,
buy, like you don't need that specific one, but it's set up that way to get you to do it. So basically, what I'm saying is these things are set up in a way to where they don't have to do the work. We're doing the work for them. We're literally doing the
exactly,
work for them. We're doing the easy part. The hard part for them is easy for us to do.
exactly. And that's, bro, and that's so crazy. Even that you bring the AirPods up, because bro, like I remember when they first came out, bro, it was
Yeah,
so many videos saying like, oh, these little tiny things ain't got no quarter on 'em. Everybody just gonna
yeah.
lose these bitches in like
They
what
gonna
five
fall
five
out.
minutes. Exactly. You gonna get them stuck in the couch. It was one dude that had one and he lost it in his hair or something. It was like some stupid YouTube video or something like that.
Yeah,
But like it's crazy that you point that out because if you look at the evolution of them, everybody got them now.
yeah. Everybody
Everybody
got them
want
now.
them now. So it's like, yo, like, and that's mind boggling because it's like, bro, like y'all was just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was just bashing these things. Now everybody gotta have a
It's
pair.
like a clout thing.
Everybody need one.
I'm
Yeah,
guarantee if you ask your grandparents right now, at one point McDonald's was one of the fancy restaurants where like if you couldn't afford it, you couldn't afford it. And if you could, shit, you obviously had something going on. You had the clout for it, you know.
exactly.
That's all it is. You're walking around with something that is supposed to represent you and represent your image and who you are and reflect what type of person you are. When really it's just you're playing their game. That's really all it is. You're just
Exactly.
playing their game.
For real. And the only messed up thing about it is it puts us in such a bad position, bro. It just puts our community in such a bad
Yep.
position because it's like whenever it pertains to those type of things, it's like we don't really understand what it means to prioritize. You know, a lot of people are taking their checks and taking a big portion of their money and just throwing it into all these designer clothes, throwing it into all this fast food every
And
day,
why is
throwing it
that?
into
Like we
all
said
this
earlier,
alcohol.
like we
Yeah,
said earlier, they see that and they think, "Oh, I have to live that way, or I have to talk
exactly.
like that. I have to walk like that." Why can't I just go in my backyard and just plant all the vegetables I need? But the fact that I have to get a license for that, and then it's a property tax, and then so on and so on and so on. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's wild,
limiting you in every single way. Every idea you have, it has to have some type of license to it or some type of paperwork to it, to where like you have to pay this. Oh no, you have to wait 6 months in this process just to get this business started, and then they're taking your time. They're attacking you in so many ways. Your food, your clothing, your time. Those are the things that you want to prioritize. Those are the things that you just don't have on you all the time. So it's just like you're with them suppressing that on so many levels. You just don't have no choice. You have to conform to it. You don't have to. I'm not
man.
saying anybody has to, but when you're a kid and you see your parents do it or whoever may raise you, you think that's the way of doing it. You know, if you think you had to get a 401k, then you're gonna get one. Or if you think you have to get a car at 18 instead of 25, then you do that. Like people do that because of the influences in other people's lives. A lot of times, it's not even the brands. It's just the people around them and then the influence. Like I said, you pick your poison. But when you become of that age, you have that choice. So at some
True
point, it's
that.
up to you if you want to participate. Even though you as one person might not be a big effect on that, but it's just for you. You're doing what's best for you and whoever is around
Yeah.
your situation and your family. But bro, it's crazy. Like all this stuff that I'm talking about or we're talking about, it's already been
Hmm.
set in stone and built up way before we was born, our grandparents was born, and their parents was born. It's been leading all the way up to now and so on. So it's
Yeah,
just you
true
pick
that,
your
man.
poison, literally. You just pick your poison for the world that we're living in. Or let me say America, because a lot of times well discussions that we have is just American thinking and American lifestyle.
Yeah, man, and it's kind of crazy, bro. Like when you think of America like that, because we're so privileged to have all the
Mm-hmm.
things that we have, but we take it in such a wrong direction. Like if you can look at other countries, the people that would kill to be over here, people that would kill to be over here,
Yeah.
would take just one little drop it of a chance just to be in this country. They don't have to have no house. They don't have to have no,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, no car, no nothing. They'll just take the chance that they're an American. They have their freedom. They have their rights,
Yeah.
and they'll take that, blow that portion, become way more successful than the majority of the percentage of United States citizens because they understand like how much of an advantage you can use that at. You
Yeah.
know, and it's crazy because a lot of the conventions you were just talking about that hurt us, like a lot of people are still doing it because, like you said, they make it so difficult for everybody to necessarily have their own things, you know what I'm saying, and
Yep.
do things right. So a lot of people are just gonna take it and be like, oh man, well, if I need this, that, and the third to start my own garden, it's gonna be a lot easier for me to just go ahead and Go ahead and get
There's
this
no
fat
easy.
burger on at McDonald's, man. Just go ahead and get this 2 piece real quick.
Yeah, 2 piece,
Even
three
though,
piece.
like, even though it hurts me, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's gonna hurt me to keep eating this every day, it's $2 for a burger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then it's much easier for me to just drive over here, go to this drive through, and eat this food. But
right.
consistently eating that has so many bad health defects on you. You know what I'm saying? And it just it just puts you at such a disadvantage because you don't understand what you're doing by consistently doing that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of it hurts you overall, you know, and just spending money on things we don't need as well. Like just just us participating in these things is more of just an easy route other than everybody just looking like, well, dang, man, like if we were to put in this extra work to get our
Yeah.
own LLCs for our businesses or to get all these papers to start our own gardens,
Yeah.
it's going to be such a bigger benefit than you continuously eating this fast food or continuously paying for these name brand clothes and all these fancy electronics, trying to get the new iPhone that drops, trying to get the AirPods to go with
Right.
them, trying to, you know what I'm saying, all these pit bull puppies with t-shirts and sweaters on and
I'm
shit.
saying,
Like, come
man,
on,
just imagine if your community alone, like, there's people of us, black and brown, that do that know about these things and that actually went to school for these things and actually put the time in and actually know about these type of paperworks and all that, but we don't know that, so we have to go to these people. We feel like we have to depend on them. That's their job. Once they
man.
get us in our mental, make us feel like we have to conform to these ideas and ideologies. I have to dress this way, I have to feel this way, I have to talk this way, I have to eat these foods. You don't have to, bruh. You really don't. But I get it. Some people's situation is different. You might not have the funds to get these type of things, so you have to get that $2 burger. You have to go drink this. You have to, what I'm saying. It. You just got to know where you're being attacked, and if you have no choice, please, please, please try to do it in moderation. Just please. I tell you, man. There's been
Yeah,
times where it was a good cooked meal, but I just couldn't eat that because I know what it's gonna do to me, bro. I know what it's gonna do to me.
uh, yeah, and it's like me personally, like, bro, like when it comes down to that, just like my personal experience, like, nigga, I had to learn that the hard way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, like I'm kind of like I've been looking into all this stuff for a while, bro. Like, and I just had to take that whole 180. Like, as soon as I graduated, like I took that whole first year before I got into college to kind of just take in information on a lot of things. Like I was looking into people that spoke from the Nation of Islam, a lot of government officials, a
Those
lot of
percentage, yeah,
doctors, people like that, that kind of just reveal the truth. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just tell you the honest facts about things. That don't try to promote anything. That's not trying to make any money. They're just trying to lay out the facts. You know, and me personally, like, bro, like I'm like I had to like go through a period where I was like, well, I'm still going through it, but like where I was just getting my body right, bro. Cause
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? I was stuck in that phase too, where like I was just eating a lot of fast food and like just not exercising like I needed to be. Dang, not really being active as much.
yeah.
And it took a toll on me too, bro. Like as far as my body goes and as far as my wallet too, because like bro, it was expensive just doing that
It is.
all the
It's an
time.
expensive habit. A lot of these things are
Exactly.
expensive habits.
So
And
it's like I had to cut all of it out, bro. Like I cut it out for a while. You know, I stopped eating fast food, started going to the gym more, started
mm-hmm,
looking at a lot of better things on TV because that's important too. You know, what you watch is extremely important.
definitely.
Hydrating more.
That's all
Um,
I do. Hydrate. 3 years now. Well,
exactly.
4 years now since 2022.
Heck yeah, reading, getting more active,
Yep.
all these different things just to kind of progress, you know what I mean? But, like I said, I had to take that initiative and learn that for myself. Like I learned it for the hard way, bro. Like, just like yeah. And then like bro, I've been a big dude for a while. Like I've been a big
You
kid
was
for a long
definitely,
while,
no
nigga.
disrespect, you was definitely a big dude. You definitely look slimmer now.
Heck
I'm like, hey, this dude,
yeah.
you know,
Like
slim
nigga,
now,
like
for real, for
bruh,
real.
for real, like niggas got shoulder blades,
I'm
nigga.
saying, I was
Like
like,
what?
oh shit, nigga, oh
What?
shit.
Niggas got collarbones,
I'm
nigga.
saying,
Like,
you remind me of one of my homeboys, like in a weird way. It's like when you said that first year after high school and the way we was all brought out. It was a
yeah,
little different for us. We can say that definitely. I feel like that first year alone, as gloomy and as depressing it was, that suffering just made me into a whole different, not a whole different person, but it definitely what always been aware of, it definitely made me aware of who I am and what's important to me and how I value my time and how I value my body and how I value my mind and uh, uh, not letting certain things dictate how I should feel or dictate how I should react or how I should approach things. It's definitely a learning curve. I'm still learning to this day, but if you were to ask me a year ago or 2 years ago of how I wanted to go about things, it probably would have been way different. Like I actually have
Exactly.
to really think about the benefits of these type of things and the people in my circle in my life. But bro, like it's definitely more people with the same interests and values or morals such as you and I. When you
Hmm.
went back into uh, the Nation of Islam and all that other stuff, not to push out anything like that to anyone that's listening, but it's just with me personally, I just don't limit myself to certain information because a lot of times experience uh, uh, it ain't free and
Yeah.
it comes with your time or it either comes with your money or it comes with your body and to gain a lot of knowledge it definitely it comes with those type of things and it comes with that sacrifice and you got to be open to learning. That's really what uh I feel like I'm here for in a lot of ways. It's just to learn on a daily basis. Like the fact that you may have brought up things that I already knew about, I definitely learned a lot of new things in the past hour now. We've been recording for an
Yeah.
hour. There we go.
Dang, it's been an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour, bro. Or maybe
Good God,
45
bro.
because I did kind of start the call thingy early, but we definitely unloaded a lot on that.
Heck
Still a
yeah,
lot more
bro.
to unload. And I
For
really
real.
hope whoever's listening or watching to this that you further explore those things and you further explore your life and you further explore, am I doing this because this is what I'm thinking is best for me or because this is what they painting for me and I'm just doing it because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah,
You just got to
exactly,
ask
bro.
yourself that, especially when you're young because you can really get stuck in your ways. Like I know
Hmm.
older people that's just stuck in their ways. You really can't help them. You can't really I, I don't want to say change because whenever I have conversations, I'm not looking to change someone's perspective. I'm just trying to
Hmm.
create a thought provoking conversation so that later on they'll further explore that type of thing or further evaluate what's real to them and what's important to them, as I said before. But
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head with that one too, bro. Just not being able to limit yourself to any type of information, because like me personally, like when I say I took it into when I say I took everything in consideration, I took everything
yeah,
into consideration, like religion and everything. Like, dude, like I started going back to church for like a couple of weeks and everything like that, and I was sitting in the middle of the preacher preaching and everything like that, hearing everything he's talking about. And he came up to me one time and he was like, he was like basically just like kind of seeing what I was there for, you know what I mean? And he was
yeah,
like, I noticed you've been in service like a couple of times and this, that, and the third. Do you think you want to become a part of our church? You think you want to get saved? You think you want to get baptized? And I just told him cause this was like I just had to be straightforward with him. Like, yo, like
yeah,
I'm not coming to be a part of anything. I'm not coming to devote myself to anything. I'm just coming to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause me, the only thing I really know about uh Christianity, because that's really been the only religion that's been a part of my family, so it's been a big influence. Only thing I
yeah,
really know is what I've been taught over the years. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I don't really have my own perspective and my own ideas on it just yet. So it's better for me to kind of be a free agent and look into all these things
mm-hmm,
rather than just put all my eggs in one basket,
yep,
and then that'll be the way that I have to learn about it. Like, no, I shouldn't
yeah,
have to uh devote myself to one church and get saved and all these things for me to want to just learn about religion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I feel like I should be able to gain all this information and everybody should be accepting of it in order for me to make my decision. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Just for me to be able to decide whether that's something I want to do. Because I don't think anybody should really do that just because this is a religion or a church that your family's been going to for years,
right,
or you know what I'm saying, this is what everybody's doing. Like, no, you should really look into what you're getting into, because like I said, when I was looking at all these videos on the Nation of Islam, they have a lot of great perspectives and traditions and everything that really benefit a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be an Eastern or Western country, like everybody
Yeah.
can get into it and, kind of just put that into play. So it's like if I wouldn't have, if I would have just devoted myself to just Christianity, I would have been very limited to looking into that piece of information right there, looking into their religion and how
Yep.
they do things because they have a lot of good perspectives. They have a lot of good ways of doing things as
Yep.
well. And I feel like not only just those two religions, I feel like
Yeah.
everybody should
Just the
broaden.
examples.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should broaden their horizons to look into everything before they devote themselves to just like one religious practice or anything like that. So I feel like that was very important for me to do is just to put myself in that situation just to learn. You know what I'm saying? Just to be
Yeah.
able to gain the information.
Yeah, I've always been that type of child to really question certain things, not in a disrespectful way, but just like,
Yeah,
why do I have to conform to this? Why do I have to follow something that you decided to follow? Is it because you feel like you didn't have a choice? And because, like you said, your upbringing and those influences, someone in a Western or Eastern country, they might feel the same way because of what they was born into. So they feel as though they have to do everything else that everyone else conform to, which is
yeah,
limiting yourself. So I've always been the one to be very broad with my thinking and very into different perspectives because at the end of the day, what I'm gonna work up to is just putting my own touch into how the world works and in every type of element, in every type of way, in every type of energy, in every just everything. You know what I'm saying? Because if I were to just stick to one thing, I have to be devoted to these concepts. I have to be devoted to these set ideas. And even just Christianity alone is baptism, Catholic, this. It's just like a genre, you know. If you
yeah,
listen to rap, are you listening to boom rap? Are you listening to hip hop? Are you listening to emo rap? Are you listening to gangster? Are you listening to gospel rap? Like you literally pick your poison. So either you just want to stick to it, and again, whatever works for you and whatever brings you good value and whatever benefits you in your life, as long as you're not doing it with bad intentions and for good reason, then go ahead, do your thing, you know. But for me personally, like you said, I'm there to learn. I'm there to really get a different, interesting perspective because when I experience different things, I'm able to apply that into my daily life. I'm able to see why, okay, I see why it works for you. I don't have to be fully devoted to that, but I can pick this out and this out and this out from that and put my own touch to it, my own little, whatever to it. But
yeah,
yeah, I just never really limit myself. And a lot of times that intimidates people. It really makes them think you're not crazy, but just like you're just not following the norm. You're just not with it. And it depends on where you
yeah,
live and all that and all that, and this and that. But it's just you just can't allow people to tell you how to feel, how to explore certain things. Just don't really limit yourself, and that's what I try to remind myself every day. Like it's really a learning thing. You have to be willing to learn, and sometimes shut the fuck up. Just shut the
yeah,
fuck up. Listen, because it'll go in one ear and out the other ear. And a lot of times, even with this, if you made it this far into the episode, I'm gonna say this: everything I say, everything I do is not for everyone's eyes and ears. I get that. I'm not here to, like I said, to persuade you, but I'm trying to at least give you a chance to reflect and think about: are you really in control of the things that you think you're in control in? Because a lot of times we're not, and there's still things that I'm not in control in, but I'm only uh, putting my time and effort towards the things that I am in control in, so that I can work my way into navigating and exploring different aspects of my life and others, and so on and so on and so on. But yeah,
yeah. And that's a big gem you just dropped there too. Being able to control only what you can control. Because that like it's crazy because that applies to a lot.
yep,
Not even just religion or anything like that. It applies to life, bro.
yep,
Like the only thing you can really depend on, the only thing that you can really you have to learn how to accept everything else and kind of just focus on what you can do in any
yep,
situation because as you can see with a lot of things, a lot of people are kind of upset and people are kind of like aggressive
yep.
only to the fact that they think that they can have everything their way. Like, no, bro, life doesn't work like that.
That was my issue.
Life is just you being able to live life on life's terms and you can
Yep,
get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But you can't live life based on your own terms. You can't live life based
exactly.
on getting everything your way because nothing is easy. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? If you could live life like that, every single thing in the world would be easy. Being rich would be easy. Everybody would be rich. being healthy would be easy. Everybody would be healthy. Being, you know what I'm saying? Just having everything you want, being able to have your cake and eat it too. Like that's why it's not possible, because these things are only for the people that deserve it, and the people that deserve it are the people that are willing to put in the work to do it. The people that are willing to take the back seat every now and then and
Yep.
just take in the information. You know what I'm saying? You can't just live your whole life on go mode and I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because like life is set up the way it is, so people can abide by certain things,
Yeah,
being
there's
able to
rules
fall into
everywhere
these
you go.
lines.
In
Yeah,
every territory, you have to respect those rules no matter what.
exactly.
Even if it's unwritten, there's rules everywhere you go. There's rules on the court. There's rules in life that you just have to follow and just bite your tongue at sometimes. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like,
Heck yeah.
man, if I go into it, I, shit.
No, I know what you mean, bro.
Because you
Because
think you know
it's
everything,
heavy.
you know? You
Yeah,
think you know
and it's
everything.
heavy.
It's real heavy when it
Cause it's
when
like
it when it's your
on
turn.
this. Yeah, it's like it's crazy too. Cause dang, like like it's not that you always have to. You're always going to be heavily limited. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just that in order to get to certain positions, you have to play a certain part. Because
Mm,
there's a certain amount of
mm,
leverage you have to have in order to do that. When you're
yeah,
starting off at the bottom, when you're like putting into just starting a business, when you're starting at the bottom, when you're just starting that business, you don't have as much leverage as the person that has the Fortune 500 $1 trillion company. You know what I'm saying? They have a
yeah,
lot more leverage to be able to bend certain rules and be able to get around certain things,
yeah.
because they've built up a pour and abided by these rules for so long. Now they're all the way up here with it. You know what I'm saying? Now they
let
have
me
more
let me say
leverage
the
to do these
dumb the
things.
dumbed down version.
Yeah,
Um, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel, and let's say you already have 50 subscribers, but only 10 people watch your videos, or you upload every Thursday or so, but you have this set expectation of how it should go. So you already got this clothing line out, you got this out, you got these type of things out, and you're thinking, okay, everything's supposed to go my way, and then nothing goes the way that you expected because you didn't
yeah,
you just went at it just go on go mode, like you just said. Like, you need to slow down. Like, it's a learning process. You have to learn throughout that journey, you know what I'm saying, and ask the right questions and know when to send back. And it's not your spotlight. Sometimes everybody has that issue. I'm not saying I don't do those things. I'm human too. We fuck up. We speak out
hell
of
yeah,
line sometimes, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, to kind of dumb it down, I guess, to say, I don't know, I'm not any smarter than nobody. I only know what I know. But to kind of just put it like that, like, you just can't really be on that type of go mode, because if you don't have the built up type of crowd or the built up type of following, then there's no support, because you have no bridges to really support you. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to build those relationships. A lot of times it ain't even just the money, it's the people you know, or it's just the information that you know that someone else don't know. And it's a lot of gatekeeping going on in different communities and different things. You know, we're just divided in a lot of ways. That's a whole different thing of its own. But yeah, you can't just do that in life. Like, it just it works like that sometimes, but every so now and then we'll see that for someone that comes out like, who is this? Where he come from, or she come from? But most of the time, it just doesn't work like that. That's why you got to plan accordingly and act accordingly, because there's rules and regulations everywhere you go. That's why when you saw when I was getting like 100, 200 views, but then I didn't
yeah.
abide by the rules, my shit was just shut down quick. It was just shut down quick, and I had to start back ground zero because I didn't
Heck
abide
yeah,
by the rules. I may have not known what I did wrong, but there was somewhere along the line I just didn't play by the rules. You have to play your role,
yeah,
know your role. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes you don't need to say shit. You just take for what it is, because if you do, you just adding fuel to the fire. And I know that the hard way. I know that the hard way, bro. I'm not even gonna lie
yeah,
to
bro.
you.
And that's very important. Just learning to accept those type of things, because
Yep.
it's a lot of the times where you're gonna come across a lot of misfortunate situations, bro. And it's like the best thing for you to do is just accept it and push forward. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because you're not gonna get anything out of looking at that situation and be like, oh damn, well you know what I'm saying, they did this, so I'm gonna just not do YouTube no more because
Hey, you
this
can't be
this right
mad.
here just made me mad and I just don't want to deal with the
I could have
situation. Like,
easily
nah,
just gave up. I could have just been like, man,
yeah,
I ain't coming out with
exactly.
no more content. I'm not providing shit. They shut me down. I'm just gonna stop. I just said, man, look, at least I got everything in the vault. I got everything I need. I already got this plan out. I had a loaded weekend. I did what I had to do and I got it out the way and I felt very good about myself. Felt very proud about it, you know. At least it got it out there.
Yeah,
That was just what was important about to me in that situation as far as that examples go. But last week I was supposed to have this video out. But shit, life happened and I'm one person and I'm not gonna put more on my plate that I know I can't handle. I know myself on
yeah,
that part at least. It's just, you know, you gotta recognize and assess your situation and what's appropriate and what's how to go about it and asking the right questions because a lot of times younger people will tell you things that as an adult you don't fucking know about. Like you only know what you know because you conformed and you're very narrow. But sometimes older people may tell you these certain things for a certain reason because they see what you don't see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But stubbornness and all this and that in place. So that's why I don't really play about my time. I really value my time. Like I had to tell someone today, no disrespect, you know who you are. I had to say, look, I'm on my time today. Like I've been very productive from morning all the way up to now. Like we were supposed to record
yeah,
uh on time, but I was just like, man, just cause he at least he was did the responsible thing by telling me, hey man, I need to go handle this thing real quick. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend this time to take more notes, to do this, and set this up, make sure this sound right. Like find
yeah,
ways to just be productive as far when things is not going your way because a lot of times it be minor things that turn into big things because you feel like they're against you or you feel like they're doing you wrong. No, it's just that's just how it is. It's gonna be like that in life, and I had to learn that the
yeah,
hard way, and I'm still gonna learn that going forward. But I don't want to keep having to relearn that. You just take it for the
mm-hmm.
experience. That's one of the best things my dad had told me the other day. You just take it for the experience. You or my future mom, she told me that, and it was just like, yeah, I was really shown that, but just to spare the
Exactly.
details.
It's all good, but that's life, bro. Like that's why I said it's peaceful ways to handle this,
Yep.
so you can still get the outcome that
Yeah.
you want. You
Because
know,
you don't want to fuck up those bridges.
yeah, you definitely don't. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to the point to where you know what I'm saying, where you just got to burn the bridge altogether, man. Like it's hard to come back from stuff like that. You know.
Yep.
So it's like it's better for you to get a good understanding of everything that you get
Yep.
yourself into.
Before you
So
speak up about it, before you start pointing fingers, think about where you went wrong, and then be like, "This is where I went wrong. This is how I went about it. I felt like I could have done it like this, or I feel like I wasn't heard in this, so I feel like this, and that." You know, have those conversations. Like I said, there's a time and space for everything. I'm not everything, but there is. There just is. There's a time and space for a lot of things, and a lot of people feel like they had to just jump on and do this and that with no plan, without you know, 'cause you can't do everything. You know, you just can't. You just can't.
yeah,
It's just,
exactly,
there's
man.
some things that
That's
takes team effort, and you got to put forth the effort as far as taking the right notes or asking the right questions and whatnot. And I don't know everything in my 20 years of life. There's grown people that ask me for certain advice. I'm not gonna go into what the advice is, but they be asking me for advice about things, and I'm like, "You asking me?" And I'm just like, I tell them about it, you know, because I'm not gonna gatekeep everything. You know, they ask for a
mm,
reason, but yeah, you know who you are, y'all. I love y'all, and I continue to support y'all and everything y'all do, and y'all continue to support me and look out for me and every type of way. You know, it doesn't have to be in money and everything, but you know, the fact that y'all make time for to just to have a conversation. I also want to say. It's an honor having you on here, bro. Cause you came to me. I was like, he came to me about it. I know we supposed to do this a while back. I had forgot, but like, you know,
yeah,
but I really appreciate your time and everything. I'm not ending the episode right here.
yeah.
I'm just letting you know how appreciative I am for you making this time, bro. Because it could, you know, maybe it was supposed to be at this time. You know,
Oh
shit.
yeah, hey man, trust me. It is. I'm very grateful for you even letting me on your platform, bro. Like, cause you know what I'm saying. Like, I know you. You know what I'm saying. You do your thing whenever it comes down to your content and everything. So yeah, it was something I've been wanting to do for a while, but
Yeah.
it was something I wanted to plan strategically with you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get on here just to be, you know what I'm saying, just babbling on about whatever. Like I actually wanted to have some things set in stone and together whenever we hopped
Yeah.
on here and had this conversation, just for us to be able to get a good idea of where both of our heads were at and what our
Mm-hmm.
perspectives were looking like. So there's more of a purpose in the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's just not some
Yeah,
empty shit to just talk about, because then it just be us gossiping about some bullshit. I mean, it can
yeah.
be bullshit. I don't care. That's fun. But just like there,
Mm,
going forward, I'm getting something out of this conversation, and you're getting something out of this conversation too. And then whoever else
Exactly.
is listening, they're getting a different perspective too that they might not even have. So I'm glad you're able to provide that, and I'm glad for myself that I'm able to provide this space for you and for others to be able to. Sorry, excuse me, to come to and everything. Shit, that shit stink,
Yeah.
man.
But yeah, man, like I said, it's extremely appreciated, bro. Like, yeah, and just to move into this, since you were just talking about like how I think I forgot my thought, but yeah, the topic was basically just going towards like our generation now,
Yeah,
and basically, how do you think that just like what we're doing right now, just using both of our time to put in, just to use our basically use our perspectives to kind of put people in a better position. How do you think the rest of our generation and people like in our age demographic and everything like that can better help influence? Like, what do you think? What type of influence do you think is going to help people get onto a better track? Like to help us get out of anything like that, because when you look at the younger
yeah,
generations, I feel like we have the most leverage in order to
yeah.
change things and put things in a
We
good
still do.
position
We
if we
still do.
wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
That little gap of 22 into 15, maybe a little lower. I say
Yeah,
for yourself, you just realize, and I'm gonna use the internet. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna use real life since everybody want to be focused on the fucking internet. We'll use the fucking internet. Sorry to say fucking, but just realize what you say and do. There's someone always watching. Someone's always watching. There's someone looking up to you right now, and they're just like, oh, he moves like that, or he's always around these people, or I want to do that. I want to be around that. Like, there's people always watching you and always listening to you. They might not
yeah,
double tap. They might not hit you up. They might not be in your DM, but there's definitely somebody watching and listening to you at all times.
at
At
all
all times.
times, nigga.
At all times. So that's probably the best answer I could probably give with that. Is just pay
Yeah,
attention to that. Think about what choices you make. We're gonna fuck up along the way. Just don't let it be a drastic, life changing decision, or just let it be some stupid, little stupid mistake every now and then. But you don't want to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over, depending
yeah,
on
true,
what
true
it
that.
is with your relationships or who you share this with and all that. And pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to the way you think. Pay attention to who is influencing you, and are you influencing yourself too? Are you enabling other people's behaviors that's affecting you and other people, or are you doing the one that's doing the enabling? I like to really pay attention to that. And like I said, there's people that just tell me straight up, I'm not gonna say names, they just be like, you really intimidate me because you're very open and honest with what you may say and think. Not in a disrespectful way when I do it, but it's
Yeah,
just like they find it quite intimidating. But I'm just being myself at all times, unconditionally, no disrespect at all. But you
yeah.
just got to remember the rules and the territory that you're in and the space that you're at. So
Yeah, and a
again,
lot of people aren't used to that either. That's why that's a lot of reasons why a lot of people feel intimidated by that. Just that raw type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
in this age, like yeah, like I said, we have the most leverage to do things like that, but people just aren't as like their interactions aren't the same as they used to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Their ability to be more social and interactive and you know what I'm saying, and together just isn't as strong as it used to. So whenever you see somebody that's you know what I'm saying, that's open and willing to speak and, has a broader perspective on everything and has a better understanding of the world and just, you know what I'm saying, just speak with the quickness and just, you know what I'm saying, let you know who they are, you know what I'm saying, as soon as
And
they
it
open their
attracts.
mouth.
And it
Yeah,
attracts it attracts certain people that really are down into that and really just about that, just the realness that comes with that. But with the realness, you're gonna lose people in your life that don't want to fuck you because
yeah,
they
most
think
definitely.
you didn't conform, or you didn't go into this, that's not normal. Like, don't don't limit yourself. Just don't limit yourself. If that's
Yeah,
one thing I will push out, just don't limit yourself. Don't limit your thinking. Don't limit anything, bruh. Just don't. It's set
yeah. Now,
upon you, but you limit yourself too.
Yeah, and that was gonna be my answer to that question
Oh
as
yeah, my
well.
bad.
Just
Your answer.
yeah, no, no, you good, bro. But yeah, just not being able to limit yourself to the information, man. Just making sure that you're researching and looking into everything that we have going on, because it's like yeah, like especially with the mainstream media and everything, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything that people post, instead of just thinking like what you see on the internet is law and just to go by it, actually look into the things that
Yep.
you're researching and the videos you're watching. Actually look into anything and look at uh how objective these points are, and look at the facts and everything,
Yep.
and look at all the research and all of all of the tests and statistics on everything that you're looking into,
Yep.
and that'll really build your rapport up on a lot of things. Because, like I said, me taking that small time to just do all this research and look into these different things, it really opened my mind up and it helped me a lot. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Mm-hmm.
speaking to people, as far as knowing what I'm talking about, and as far as getting an understanding of the world. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So that benefits a lot of people, not just myself.
Yeah, it's sad what's going on, but you just got to work around it. I mean, I'm not expecting every day to be all happy and fine and dandy, because that'll be the wrong way to go about it. But I'm allowing and embracing these experiences, because I will have my highs and I will have my lows, but that's
Yeah,
my experience. That's me. That's what you know, that's just how it is.
true that. Yeah, man. And another thing, like just pertaining to all that, I feel like one of the main things is going to make everyone a little bit stronger overall, because like you said, everybody goes through different experiences. Everybody has, different upbringings and everything. I feel like one of the main things is going to make us stronger, like in this generation with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's just having stronger family structures, bro.
Yeah,
Like I feel like it all starts with the root. Once you break
it do.
everything down about one person, it all is going to go back to the family. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
always.
if we can focus on making our family structures a little bit stronger and making them last, then just finding out what to do there to get positive outcomes for the children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because like what you need to focus on once you start a family is what's it going to be for the next generation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like once we figure out how to make our households more stronger with moms, fathers, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
everything that goes like that, you can produce you can produce uh, a better outcome for your child. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just by putting them in that healthy environment where they're getting
yeah.
everything they need from both parents.
Because
So
in
I
the
feel
day,
like
you
that'll
you
be a good thing to
you
look
you don't
into.
want to be what you saw. You really don't, especially when you start your own family, and you got to really think about that. I was told that from an adult. I'm not gonna say their
Hmm.
information, but they had expressed to me like what they had saw, what I had went through. It really was an eye opener for them in their 30 plus years of life. Like it took that just for them to know, like, to not be this type of way and not be this character that was always like that in front of them, because bad shit just happens, and that's okay. Bad shit really does happen, and a lot of people feel
Hmm.
stuck, and a lot of people feel limited, and they're either pilled up or they gave in to certain things and certain ideas because they thought that it would make someone else happy. And you got to think for yourself. You got to make that sacrifice. But again, when you assess all those things and you make the time, I don't care how long it may take, it does go back to family. It really does.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. And it's extremely important, like, cause like a lot of people around certain communities are at a disadvantage when it comes down to the families. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of single mother households. It's a
Yeah,
lot of fathers. You know what I'm saying, that aren't exactly in the masculine positions where they need to be, where they're
yeah.
putting the mothers in those masculine positions to raise the kids,
It's
to
set up that
provide for
way.
the family, this, that, and the third. And it's sad because it puts the kids at a disadvantage at
It
the end of the
does.
day. You know what I'm saying? Like not having your father around to be that authority figure, and not having your mother to be in her feminine, you know what I'm saying, like she's supposed to, because you have your father there.
Yeah.
So those are huge aspects that play into having
And it
a
sucks
good,
when
healthy family.
the parent or the guardian, whoever may be watching, your grandmother or your aunt, whoever, they have to
Yeah,
pick up where it's lacking, and they have to be that in that
yeah, man.
position. And I'm sure, and I want to give a applause to the mothers or the fathers, whoever it is, that have to take that place and put it put it in a lot more harder than they thought they had to because of their situation, and I want to give them their props in their situation. So just go tell them you love them, even though in black and brown households that might not be the normal type of thing. You know how it is, like the hugging
Heck
and the
yeah.
lovey-dovey stuff. But you can
No,
be the
hey,
one to
get
change
your ass
that.
in the
You
kitchen.
can be, yeah, you can be the one to change that. They might not be so
Oh
used to
God.
that. Their love, the way of them showing them love, is like telling you to take out the fucking trash and shit. Something as simple as that. But
Hey
love
man.
just comes in all shapes and forms, and it's don't look
Heck yeah.
too deeper into it, everybody. But uh,
Heck yeah, man.
damn,
And
I'm so
I
glad you
like what you
talking
said
about that.
about not being able to become like what you saw. Cause yeah, it's a lot of messed up things. Like
It is.
me personally, like I do come from my single mother household. Like it was just my mother raising me whenever I came up. Like and I come from a predominantly female family, dude. Like
Mm,
it's been all females around me for like my entire life. And my father, like he was around me, but he wasn't a part of the household. And
yeah,
even though it was good that he was around, like just being a part of our house, being around me every day, for me being the only son around like
yeah,
a huge portion of females, like that's very important. At least for me, because you gotta like especially when you're such a young child, you gotta show young men that masculine energy
yeah,
so that they, you know what I'm saying, so they know like what they need to become, so they understand what it is to really be a man. And you know what I'm saying, for so long that was something that I was missing because my prime example of what that was just having my mother to step into those shoes, you know what I'm saying, and playing that role every day of being the provider and the protector.
yeah,
So it's like now that I'm older, like well, when I was getting older, I had to really fend for that information to really find out what it
yeah,
meant to be a man because I didn't have that at my disposal like 24/7 like I should have. So like once I found out what that was, like now I'm basically the man of the house, you know what I'm saying? So I'm putting in my efforts to make sure that taking on that role and I'm you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, I'm taking it. Like I'm taking everything that comes with it, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, being the protector, provider, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is,
yeah,
and making sure my mother can fall back into, you know what I'm saying, can fall back on it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit and understand like that she doesn't have to play that role so broadly anymore, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So that's because this is a role that I'm naturally supposed to take on as a man, you know what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
this is the traditional masculine role that you're supposed to be in as a
yeah,
man. So yeah, man, like just having that structure in your family is extremely important.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to make sure that your kids have everything they have. Not just materialistically, like, you know what I'm saying, having a roof over your head and
yeah.
food in your belly, shit like that, because
That's the
that's
obvious.
important. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's important, but it's like as far as what you can have installed into your mind, like that's extremely important as far as what you're gonna get from your family because it's like if you step out of that algorithm of the way things have been done whenever it comes
Mm-hmm.
down to households, you can
Mm-hmm.
see kind of how the outcomes flop.
Yep.
Like the reason we've had women in traditional roles and men in traditional roles is because since the test of time, like at the beginning of time, like things worked. Men and women understood male nature and female nature, what men advanced at, what women advanced at. You know what I'm saying? And we
Yep.
kind of put that into play, and that's how we got those traditional roles because they worked. You know what I'm saying? They
They
work for
did,
these type
and
of
it was very
outcomes.
efficient.
Exactly. So it's like nowadays we're trying to flop that around in society and our households,
Yeah.
and you're seeing how these outcomes are coming out different. Like young boys are being more feminine, young girls are being more masculine, uh, young females are being more sexualized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Young boys are kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's
It's all
it's
types
yeah.
of
It's
outcomes,
it's
bro.
definitely a play on the male gaze and female gaze. But again, whatever, how everyone may feel, we're not attacking anyone. We're not marginalizing any community or
Yeah,
sorts of that. We're just speaking on what we may know and what we've been influenced and taught. But like you said, with your mom having to take that role and then being able to one day be able to, or like you said, now just step back, like, mom, I got this. Like, you know, at the end of the day,
exactly.
our parents or the people that raised us and looked after us, whether it was their choice or whatever their situation was, and if they did plan to have a child, whatever the case may be, they're still regular people at the end of the day, and whatever choices that happened or how things had played out, that's just how it was. Like you had no control over that as a child. I had no control
Yeah,
over that as a child. You know, being taken in at 3 months, me and my brother with my grandparents and shit. Like I had no play into that. You know, but I can't blame my dad. He did what he had to do for his situation and or my mom and whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna go into full detail, but it's just like these are just
yeah,
regular people that still deal with certain things to this day. And I know I'm pretty sure they probably wish they could take certain things back, but it's just how it is. You know, like you said, all you can do is move forward because if you just dwell on and stay on that, you're not gonna blossom. You're not gonna grow into the man or the woman or the person that you may want to be. Damn, I kind of want to lead into something else. Damn, that took a whole
yeah.
different turn, bro. That was something else. I
It's
love that.
all good,
That was
bro. But
beautiful.
like, yeah, just to close out on that, like, yeah, the thing I think is the best thing for everybody to do now is kind of just learn from that, because back in the days, like when our parents were having us and everything like that, you can see a lot of them, a lot of the births and everything weren't exactly planned. Like nobody really
Right.
planned. A lot of times when people were having kids, it was kind of just like accidents, basically.
Yeah.
I don't mean to call everybody accidents,
I don't mean to
but
neither, but that just
but
is what it
yeah, like
is.
that's just what it is. You
Them
know what I'm
2000s
saying?
babies especially was a lot of damn
For
accidents.
real, all y'all niggas was accidents.
Our parents was young. Our grandparents was younger.
I'm saying, bro. So it's like the best thing for everybody to do is just learn from it, bro. Like, and just quoting something I heard from Minister Farrakhan was
Shout
basically
out
what he said
Farrakhan.
was, yeah, Farrakhan. Basically what he was saying was, when you notice how a lot of the kids nowadays were brought into the world, it wasn't from the desire of having kids. It was from the desire of each other. You know what I'm saying? A
Mm,
lot of the parents were just desiring each other. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, basically, what I thought he was saying from that was it kind of already puts us at a disadvantage, because in the middle of conception, you're not thinking in the best interest of the child. You're thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying, me and my girl about to make love real quick, and then that's just gonna be what it is for the night. You're not expecting to have a child come out from this outcome. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it kind of already puts you in a disadvantage, because your intention isn't to make a child. Your
yeah,
intention isn't to care for a child. Your intention is for romance. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of
absolutely.
already putting yourself in a disadvantage by putting yourself in that situation and making a child like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
like
good way to close it off. You can definitely close it off like that. I love that. I really do.
yeah.
But back to the and I know I keep moving back, but it's just full circle every
Oh yeah,
time. It's
it's
full
all good,
circle.
bro. I
Back
understand.
to the whole social media and all that and those demographics and why kids may feel like they have to paint their nails or do this and that. A lot of it has to maybe I'm not saying this is just my theory maybe, and I get it, certain influences and certain abusive type of verbal abuse and all that and rapes and all that. I get what may play into that. That's a whole different study cases and all that. But a lot of times it's a lack of representation. That's why when we're not able to go to our mom about something or our dad, or we feel like we can't, like even though they want us to, they do, they want us to be able to, but we're so scared to. We feel like we don't know what adult to trust. So when we look up to these celebrities or these icons, or I'm not trying to call them that, but that's what the gathering calls it.
Yeah, I know what
When
you
we
mean.
do look for that, we look for that type of representation. Like, what best suits me? What best represents me? Like, is it the way I have my hair like this? Is it the way I paint my nails like this? Is it the way when I put on a dress like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people they're lacking that representation. There's a desire to want to be wanted around or needed around and loved. That's really what it may stem from. And I get it, everyone's situation is different. I don't know. It's a whole different science behind that. But I'm not going to tell anyone who they should have sex with or how they should feel. But there definitely some type of thing in your life that in your adolescence or when you're even younger, when you're just heavily influenced. Like you can't change an adult in the way they think. You can only start with the kids. You really can just only start with the kids because they're still learning. They're still asking all these questions. Where they still want to lift weights. Where they still want to go out and play. Where they still want to just fuck up because they can. They don't have those type of rules until they
Yeah,
reach a certain age and whatnot. They can keep fucking up, fucking up, fucking up. Fucking up. But it's just a lot of people, and I say people because kids are people too. They they just want to be accepted, and they want that representation. And what really lacks, like, let me use the trans community for an instance. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I said, it stems back to racism. Like, you can be in these groups and all that, but there, with every community, there's just some shit that you don't know about until when you go into that, you're thinking like, oh, everybody's accepted, everybody's on the same page, when really they're not. There's a lot of black and brown trans people being killed every day, and there's
Yeah,
racism
man.
in that community and all that too. And when they tried to attack Dave Chappelle and all that, he could have went about it a little differently, I feel like. But when they tried to attack him and canceling's not real, by the way. When they tried to do that, it's just like he kind of went about it the wrong way. I see where people may have felt like he went about it wrong, but I see what he was trying to say. It's just no, it does go back to the racism and all that, because that's just how it is, man. No matter where you go, like, I can feel like I'm obligated to earn that position, or feel like I should be accepted. Why am I not accepted? I did everything you wanted me to do. I painted my nails. I'm doing what best represents me. I'm conforming to your ideas, and I'm still not accepted. It just goes back to that racism thing. It just goes back to that. And I know I trod off of that, but I feel like that's
Yeah,
important to
it's
talk
all
about.
good.
Like, I feel like people don't talk about that enough, and I had seen something about that. Shout out FD Signifier. You should definitely check out his YouTube. I'll probably link it or put a fucking photo of it or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I understand that though. That was definitely something I wanted to hop into too, especially when it comes down to all the cancel culture and everything like that.
yeah,
Like, yeah, like,
it's not
like
real
let's
though.
just be honest. It's not, but like, let's just be honest, bro. Like, this is a very, 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 very sensitive age
Sensitive.
that we in, bro. Like,
Fucking sense, you can't you a
nigga,
joke is a joke at the end of the fucking day. I will go Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy on these motherfuckers if I have to. I will take it back to middle school and elementary school if I have to. If you
bruh,
motherfuckers wasn't so damn soft, and then motherfuckers that. But the
bruh.
thing
I'm
that
telling you, you tell a nigga, excuse me, wrong this day and age, you going to jail. I ain't even
bro, I can
bullshit.
tell a nigga don't. I'm not. But
Yeah.
it's like, bro, PC, like, I'm not, but I'm providing this space to talk about that. Like, don't feel like you gotta
Mm,
limit yourself, bro. Like, don't feel like that. But like, yeah, like, when we go into that, it's real. Like, like, there's laws that, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but I'm telling it
no, no,
like it
no.
is.
So
There's
yeah,
literally laws
spray it
that
out, my
protect
nigga.
gays. There's laws that protect different ethnic groups that still to this day that don't protect our people. It doesn't
Yeah.
at all. There's We have no say so into how we feel and whatnot, and then certain corporations just get taken over, like the Black Lives Matter movement, this movement. They get bought out and then they get flipped, or the FBI shuts this down. It happens every year, every time. Why does it take one person to die just for someone to speak up on it? And then at that point, it's not even about the issue. They monetize off of that, and then they flip it into something else. And then the corporation, they be like, oh, we can make money off of this demographic, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's just a never-ending cycle, my guy. It really isn't. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
man.
issues that's not best represented and addressed. Like, why does an old white fucking 7-year-old man has to tell me how me and my people should feel? Why is my people not talking about how we feel and what needs to change in the community? And I'm not talking about those paid fucking red and blue shirt tie woman fucking political shit people, whatever they paying them. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
people on the street, me and you, or the people that we know that best represents the communities and whatnot.
Oh
But
God.
again, it goes back to that small scale. What are you able to provide? Uh, what intentions do you have? Do you have a game plan? Do you have the crowd to support you with what you want to change and fight for? You know what I'm saying? But again, it's it's either you're gonna do these things for yourself, you're gonna do these for your people. Uh, you just go about it the best way you can, but you learn in that, and that's another reason why I just don't limit myself. A lot of times people confuse what I say is, well, since you think you know it all, then you the fucking leader. Why don't you do this? It's not. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like
I
that.
don't even mean to get too rowdy about that nigga, but I done heard that so many times,
You know how many times
bruh.
I
Since
hear that,
nigga,
bro?
bruh, when I tell you, ever since I done started having these conversations, even my pops done hit me with that before. Like I'm like, bruh, like, but these are the facts. We laying out the facts. We laying
Right.
out these objective perspectives about these things,
Yeah.
and they calling us know-it-alls. Like, bro, if I had a nickel for every time I had that,
Nigga, what? You know how rich I'd fucking be if I had to hear you the damn leader. You why ain't you doing?
exactly,
Nigga,
like,
I'm
bro,
doing
that's
what I can.
crazy.
I'm one person. It takes a
For real.
nation to fucking do these type of things, bro. It really does. But then when Caucasian like stereotypical people do that, it they do it and it's not a problem. I mean, they still might get arrested and whatnot, but you know how that goes. The whole comparison on, oh, he
Yeah,
was black, so he deserves more time for the same crime. Like we've had these same discussions over and over and over. But I don't need some old 60-year-old fucking white man to tell me how I should feel, man. I really don't. That's why I don't really
exactly.
follow certain things. That's why I don't pay attention to certain things. That's why the real world algorithm, I don't participate in those type of algorithms, or the internet algorithm. There's certain things I don't participate in. That's why I turn off my phone, or I deactivate certain apps, or I turn off the tracking things and whatnot. You can only go so far as to what's catered to you and what's misinformation is brought upon you. But to go back to what I was saying with the whole representation, a lot of people just want to be best represented, and every group wants to be best represented. And how do you give them a voice? Well, I thought about that, and I was like, okay, maybe this is one of those ways of doing that. And it's very broad. Like with me and you talking about, there's probably somebody that completely disagrees, but they agree with one thing. I don't care if you agree, but it's just like they be like, I see that one thing and what they're talking about, and it interested me, and now I feel like I can further explore it, and I have a better perspective about how I may need to go about it if I do feel like I need to change something. There's a lot of
Yeah,
times where, you know, us humans, we just don't like change. We like certain things a certain way, and I get that. But how are you
exactly.
able to help every group? Because again, it just goes down to the demographics, like, and what best represents you. Like, you can say black community all day, you can say brown community all day, but just different demographics. There's the middle class black people, there's the lower class, there's this class, and then there's the gay black people, and then there's the dwarf black people. Like, there's different demographics, and people feel accepted in different places, and that best represents them. So we're just divided in so many ways. That's why I just believe letting people live the lives that they want, have sex with who they want, say what they want, because a lot of times it has nothing to do with me. That's their issue, and I have my issues and my struggles, you know what I'm saying, that I have to attend to. But whoever's behind me and supporting me and supporting the ideas that they may have and all that, then we're going to get shit done in our circle. At the end of the day, we're going to get shit done in
Yeah,
our
for sure
circle.
that.
We're going to get shit done. It's a day in, a day out type of thing for me. That's the best way I can put it, as far as representation and the type of change that you may want to see for yourself and for the community around you. Because a lot of people like to think big scale. Ain't nothing wrong with thinking big scale, but it's just you got to start that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta start at the, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start at the starting line, not the finish, my man.
Yeah, they be thinking about that
That's how it's
finish line,
supposed
like
to
you
go.
said earlier. They always think about that finish line.
Exactly.
That's one of my problems too. I'm human. I fuck up too. I be having to set expectations sometimes, but I don't do it to myself because a lot of times
Oh yeah.
we do it to ourselves.
Yeah, we all got our flaws, and just and like to address what you were saying about the representation as far as our community goes, like understand like when it goes down to like certain communities and certain people type of people having certain laws and boundaries
Yeah,
set to protect them and everything. But the major thing that I look at whenever it comes down to that, and the major thing to look at, is kind of like just the whole racial stigma and everything that they still
yeah,
have on the black community. It's
yeah.
hard for them to give us certain things when it's kind of like it's been a never ending battle between, you know what I'm saying, white and black for so many years, and it comes down to them looking at us from a certain perspective, like when it comes down to like gangs and everything like that. You know, a lot of them are looking at us from this savage perspective of, you know what I'm saying, these guys are, you know what I'm saying, can get aggressive, and
Yeah. Oh, he's
they're
speaking out. Oh no, he's just talking fucking
exactly, you know what
crazy.
I'm saying, and looking at how we're taking up most of the prison system, how we're taking up most of the crime rates and everything like
It's
that. So they're,
overpopulated.
you know what I'm saying, so they're looking at us from a certain perception, like, you know what I'm saying, like, why would we give them the same treatment as we're giving them when these people aren't being as violent, when they're not, when they don't have as many criminals in their racial demographic, when they don't have as many people going to jail, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of like they already have us in such a bad limelight because
Yep.
of what we do in society. So it's like that's not something they're going to take their eyes off of, particularly, no matter how many bad situations we get. Because like, you know what I'm saying, like we were just talking about with the George Floyd situation, with the
Yeah.
Breonna Taylor, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. Like people didn't set any type of laws or boundaries when it came down to these situations. But when it comes down to like other ones, like you were saying, like with the LGBT community, with the Asian community,
Yeah.
whenever all
Why
that
else you
stuff was
think
coming
those
out.
things work for them? Is because there's still racism within these type of things. It
Yeah,
it's just how it is. And then you see, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I'm really telling like it is. Like the Jewish communities, the Asian communities, like why else you see them thrive and they own most of the shit in our places where we think is our shit. Niggas that is claiming these streets that ain't even theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like. They keep it in the family. They keep it within their people. Even though they're
yeah, they
in
do.
America, they still keep it in their people. We don't really. I'm just gonna tell it like this. We don't really keep it in our people. We fight each other. We kill each other. There's still things that we do to ourselves. Back to what I said, we do it to ourselves sometimes. Like, yeah, these things are set upon us, and these systems are to fuck us up to as far as abortion clinics, how easy it is to kill your child and not overpopulate with more black people, black and brown people, or how easy it is to destroy your mental health in the long term with drinking and smoking and all this and that, But again, you start with your people, you start with yourself, reevaluate your life, think about what's important to you, and you have the crowd behind you with that, and the rest will play its part. You know what I'm saying? But again, like we do it to ourselves too a lot. We really
Yeah.
do. We
And
really
that's what I
do.
was about to jump into next, man. Like we gotta learn how to take some accountability for our community.
For
Like,
real.
you know what I'm saying? We gotta look at why they're treating us like this, and then look at how we're, you know what I'm saying, look at how we're treating ourselves, look at how we're treating our own community. Like how are we gonna expect somebody to give us certain leeways and certain laws and certain boundaries that you give these people, but what we're doing to our people is, you know what I'm saying, it's no better. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
killing each other too. You know what I'm saying? We're pushing drugs in our own
Yeah.
communities. We're encouraging each other to go out and fight and posting these videos on social media, bashing each other on social media, fighting each other, you know what I'm saying,
All,
doing all
yeah.
these,
All
yeah,
I'm
doing all
saying
these
is,
poisonous, toxic things
all
to
I'm
each
saying
other.
is, you just got to give a fuck about your life. You got to give some type of fuck about your life. You got to give some fuck about your family. You got to give some fuck about something. Because when you have a person that just does not give a fuck and they gave up and they tried everything, they're just gonna find a way. And it might not be the most positive or healthiest way, but they just gonna do as they do and please as they, whatever. And
Yeah,
and the rest will play out. And it's sad. It's sad to say, but that's the truth. It really is, and it's happening every day. It's probably happening right now. There's a brother right now or a sister right now that's just in a tough spot, and they're just like, man, fuck these kids, fuck all this. I'll end my life, or I'll just go to this damn crack house, whatever. Like whatever the case may be, it's really sad. Like we do
yeah,
it to
exactly,
ourselves,
man.
and we provide those type of things when it's brought into our communities. But these things have been set in stone years way before us, though. That's the fucked up part. It's the fucked up part. But
Yeah,
will I see it in my lifetime? I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. What I don't know what the change is because it's hard to pinpoint where to start, but you have to start somewhere. You do,
yeah.
and that's within your own community and
Yeah,
all
and I
that.
think the best place to start is like, you know what I'm saying, just like I said, everyone has to take that accountability for ourselves, look at what we're doing and how much better we can do, because we can, like, bro, we can be doing a lot better in our communities,
We
a lot
could.
better, just off the personal choices that we make, just off the
Yep.
decisions that we wake up and make daily. You know what I'm saying? Those are huge portions that we can start off with. Everyone chooses to make themselves better, then we can then make our community better. But
Yep.
nobody's taking that initiative to think, well, okay, am I making more productive and healthy habits? Am I doing things that's going to better put me in a position to where I look more professional and more respectable,
Yep.
and I have a better understanding of certain things? It's like we're not putting ourselves in those positions. So how do we expect other people to look at us with a certain amount of respect or a certain amount of understanding or a certain amount of
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, of love or anything, or peace, anything like that? We
Exactly.
can't expect that out of other people if we don't give it to ourselves first. So accountability is going to be a huge
Real.
portion in
It is.
us being able to get on the right track, bro.
It really is. That's why I don't get mad at uh every little thing or whenever someone starts to win at something or something goes their way, because there's sacrifices that they made to get into that position. Or perfect example like Jay-Z. I know a lot of people have their own opinions on him, but at the end of the day, he's a person and he made certain sacrifices. He's probably cut off a lot of people that thought that they was gonna go up with him and to get to the position where he at. And I'm sure there's struggles and it's a whole different ball game and territory becoming a billionaire or creating that type of thing for your family and for
Oh, yeah, it
generations to
is.
come. Like people feel like people that create those things for themselves and their family, they think they're obligated to have to give to the needy. Like there's other ways to give to the needy, and that's creating different systems and creating our own and these own centers. And when you do, you can't just expect one conversation to just change someone or change someone's life or family's life, or not just money alone. But if you do want to use money, put your money together and build these places and hire the black and brown people that know these type of things and the lawyers that know these type of paperwork, so you don't get bamboozled into signing your freedom or your likeness away. And you know, they monetized off of our bodies and off of our minds, man. It's crazy. Like with the Apollo 11 mission, a lot of people don't know that black women, those three black women or two black women, had saved those white men in space. And then with it just
Yeah, I
goes
ain't know
on and
that
on
either.
and on and on. We don't get the credit, and that's okay. We're never gonna get the credit, but we need to create our own and with our own community and these own
Yeah.
structures and systems. At one point in time, we did, like especially in this southern state. I was working with somebody at my job. One of my coworkers, he had said, "Man, I'm at this age, and I'm just now finding out that my family actually owned this land, but it's the fact that they covered it up as a fucking lake. Like I can literally go try to plead my case with this, but I don't have the fucking money to do that. Like if you dig up the files, my name and my people's name is on that land and all that. It
Yeah.
goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. It's very rooted, bro. The problem's very rooted. It really is. But whew, damn, I need to drink some water.
Yeah, man. Hey, but that's facts though, bro. Like it goes back so far. But like, and especially touching on what you said about Jay Z, like, yeah, Jay Z is an extremely successful person, one of the most successful, well, rappers in
He
general.
played
You
his
know what I'm
role.
saying? That the world's ever said. Exactly, and
He
he
didn't
played it
limit
well.
himself.
He played it very well, and you know what I'm saying? He's in the position that he's in today because of that. Him making all those strategic moves in order to become what he is today.
Yeah.
He made so many sacrifices, and he, abided by certain things and made certain things happen by
Yep.
keeping that consistency and that dedication. And because of that, he did get that reward of becoming a billionaire.
He
But
played games that he knew he would win at. When you
yeah,
play by the
exactly.
rules and you learn the rules and you learn the language or the vocabulary that comes with certain areas and all that, you'll win at the games that you pick and choose.
Oh yeah, he took that initiative to learn it, and then, like I said, yeah, he became a billionaire because of that. But with that reward, like it comes
Yeah.
with a certain territory. Like you were saying, a lot of people are expecting him to use his earnings and what I'm saying, give to certain communities, give a certain amount of money here or there, and you know, um, it's like he's very well not obligated to do it. It'd be cool if he did, but that's not an obligation that he has just because
Yeah.
he's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
And it
So it's
doesn't
like.
work like that.
Like you can't necessarily just give out money like that and expect, oh, it's gonna change. Like people's gonna do what they do with money. If you're just talking about
Exactly,
money
right?
itself.
Like,
So you might as well just use that money to hire people, to teach people about financial literacy, or teach them about how to not navigate towards sports or navigate towards this, like how to become more independent for you and your
yeah,
family and create for yourself and build up your own. And then a lot of things that lack in our own community is the collaboration. No one wants to work together. Everyone wants against each other. Everyone wants to look better. Everyone don't want to look broke. Everybody wants to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes on and
yeah.
on and on and on and on. I could
Cause
go
it's a
about
lot
the
more
whole thing.
deeply rooted than just giving up material things most of the time, bro. Like you see this niggas around Burlington that's giving out turkeys every fucking
And
Thanksgiving
it be the drug
to
dealers
crackhead.
too.
Yeah,
it,
exactly. Giving it
be
out to
the drug dealers
crackheads, and
giving
they
it
be
up.
like, bro, what is a crackhead gonna do with an uncooked turkey, my nigga? Like, come on, bro.
Saying, like,
I don't even
how
mean
they
to
gonna cook
sound
it?
like that, but it's like,
It's true. But
what
how
what
they gonna cook that
stove
motherfucker?
what stove they gonna put it on, bro? Come on, man. Let's be
They
honest.
gonna flip that turkey for a damn crack rock.
Yeah,
They
I'm
gonna do.
telling you,
Hey baby, make me
somebody
a
got a
turkey,
turkey.
baby. You gonna need this. Hey baby, I know you want
I'm
There's no
saying,
more
bro.
turkey. You go in that store right now. And when you go around this corner right here, I got two turkeys. It's sitting in the cooler, baby. It's all right. I promise you it's gonna be good. Like that's real. That's
I'm
some real shit
saying.
right there. I'm
I
telling you.
got the white boy around the corner. I'm
The
like,
white
come
boy
on,
around the
boy.
corner. Yeah, you know that joke. I got the white boy around the corner,
I'm
Just
saying.
put a little bit up in here. Like you know about that joke. Shout out Mike Epps, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, shout out to him for real, man. But yeah, that's how it be though, bro. Like it's not all about just doing material things, bro. Like it's what you can leave in people that can sometimes be the most valuable. Leaving people with that financial literacy, like you said, leaving people with productive habits, leaving people with certain skills that they can pick up on can be very valuable to somebody's life instead of just, what I'm saying, feeling obligated to get a certain amount of money from somebody or feeling obligated to get a certain material thing from somebody. It's better for you to just pick up on certain qualities sometimes. That benefits a lot of people, and especially when it comes down to communal things. So, uh, yeah, just being able to understand that would be very beneficial whenever it comes down to our community in general. And like I said, like bro, sometimes what I'm saying, we can't depend on the people that are in good positions to help us out most of the times. Like I said, like that accountability, it what I'm saying, it matters a lot because what I'm saying, if you take accountability and you start building yourself up, you won't expect much out of the people that have it to provide for us. You know what I'm saying? You will already have yourself in a stable position to where you're just, what I'm saying, to where you're just looking at those people's rewards and outcomes like, okay, that's cool, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But you're still going to be making that production happen for yourself, for your own personal integrity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can only do so much for people, man. You're not gonna be able to touch everybody or help everybody, but if you can find ways to get to that point to where you can do this certain thing where you can do what you can on a certain level, then they'll be able, like, you got to be able to teach them too. Like, while you're helping them, you got to be able to teach them and show them how to. I don't know, man. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
know what
never
you're
ending
saying though,
thing,
bro.
man. It's just so tiring when you know what it is, but it's just like, bro, like, when is this just gonna stop? Like, is it gonna
Yeah, man.
stop? Like, bro, like, we don't have to depend on these certain governments. We don't have to depend on these certain things. Like, they got us so fucked up with our food, with our medicine, with everything, bro. Like, it's fucked up. Like, it's really fucked up. Like, I know people that's really changed for the worse because of certain medications. Like, they dependent on that, or they dependent on these certain. Like,
Exactly.
it's
Like,
crazy, bro. It's really crazy, bro.
yo, this shit is wild. And
But
it's crazy because like a lot of people don't understand exactly how much we can do just for ourselves by just making small changes and
mm-hmm.
gaining certain habits. Like, yeah, that was one thing I wanted to touch on too. Like, what do you think would be some more productive habits for people to grasp a hold to, like some better understanding that people could like certain qualities people could gain in order to put them in a better position, to the point to where they won't really have to depend on anything, and where they'll take that accountability for themselves and make certain changes. Like, what do you think those habits, qualities, and changes should be? You know what I'm saying, from your own perspective?
well, you just like you said, you just reevaluate your situation, and what you're not in control in, that's okay, and what you are in control in, you attend to that, and you make it a daily thing. It's a struggle, but you find a system, you find a structure or a plan that works for you, and you make adjustments along the way, I feel like. But you just gotta build, you gotta have some character development. Like, you gotta really, as much as you thought you knew, you didn't know, and you gotta probably unlearn a lot, because there's still things that I had to unlearn, and I'm still unlearning to this day, but I'm doing a lot more learning than I did in public school and all that other shit. But
Yeah,
you just gotta unlearn a lot of things and be open to learning again, and just don't attach yourself to certain things. Don't put things on your plate that you don't want to be committed to, because everything is a commitment, man. It really is, with your time, with your money, and with what you say and with what you do. Every breath you take, it really is. Everything is quite valuable. But just find out what's really important to you. Like I said, in my 20 years of life, I don't know everything, but you know, I'm figuring it out just like everybody else, man. You
I
just
feel
figured it
you,
out.
man.
You figured it out along the way, man. Cause ain't nobody gonna wait on you. The world ain't gonna wait on you. It's fucked up. I know we've been talking about these type of things. It might seem like we're talking about negative things, but these are just everyday things. These are
Oh
everyday
yeah,
struggles. Like for real,
most
these are
definitely.
everyday struggles. And people do think about these things like, man, how can I come up on this? How can I change my situation? Like it's a everyday thing, and it's not just black and brown people. Everybody, it's just what we're talking about best. It's just what we know and what we're just talking about, what we're sharing. Like, even if you're not black or white or whatever the case may be, but shit, I don't know. I think that's, man, I don't know the advice, but just be yourself in the process and don't lose yourself. Just don't lose yourself for real. It's too easy. It's really easy to fuck up your freedom. Freedom is really easy to fuck up your situation. It's just so easy to fuck up in every type of way. That's what they want you to do. They want you to fuck
Hell
up. They
yeah.
want you to sign these papers to fuck you up long term or fuck you up short term. It's just you pick your poison. You really do, and you watch the people in your circle and make sure their intentions are pure and make sure your intentions are pure going forward because you don't know what every day is gonna bring. So
Yeah, true that, man. Yeah,
I
I
don't
really
even
enjoyed
know.
that.
I don't even
You s-
know. I mean, what would you say? I mean, I don't have the answer, Sway. I just know what I know. I just know what I
yeah,
know, and I'm
I
still
feel
I'm
you.
still learning. Like, don't limit yourself to learn. I've said this multiple times. Like, don't limit yourself. I'm for
Oh
real.
yeah,
Like, some people just so stuck in their ways because that's what they think it is. But it's just not how it is, man. It's so much more to this world. If you have to travel, travel. If you have to take that risk to quit your job, I don't know. But it's your choice. It really is. It's your life. It's the life you choose. And a lot of times, you don't know what you are choosing when certain things happen. Like when people do have kids unwillingly, and then they feel like their whole life is over. Your life ain't over. I don't know what it's like. I don't have kids myself yet, but I'm just
yeah,
saying, like, your life ain't over, man. Like, you work around that. You do what's best for you, and if you have to do you know, if that's what it takes for you to just become the man that you need to be or the woman that you need to be or whatever best represents you, then do that for real. But pay attention. Really pay attention to your situation. Pay attention around you. Don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in this make believe. Like you the real is able to navigate through the fakeness and all the fucked up shit and everything, man.
for
It's
sure.
hard to do. It's not easy. We're not trying to make it seem like it's easy, but when you're able to learn that don't limit yourself, you're able to notice these social patterns, you're able to notice the behavioral patterns and pick up where, okay, I know how to not get into that situation again. I know what this is going to lead into. Oh, you
Yeah,
said that type of thing. Oh, I know what you want. I know what timing you want. So that's really what it is. But some people is just in their way. Some people is just it's just how it is. So like I said, you just pick your poison for real. I don't know, shit.
yeah, man. It's crazy how that works most of the time, but
It is.
uh, as far as like what I think for productive habits for a lot of people to develop is just just one being able to understand what good morals, you know what I'm saying, you need to have as far as your
Yeah.
character goes, you know what I'm saying, developing a good morale to follow, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, something that kind of just keeps you in line for you to understand what
Mm-hmm.
it really means to you know what I'm saying, have good character, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, uh you know what I'm saying, you sell yourself to people, you know what I'm
You do.
saying, like it's like you know what I'm saying, your character is kind of one of the most important things that you have at the end of the day when it comes down to showing the world who you are. So I think that'll be
Mm-hmm.
very important. Is just getting together certain important values, morals, and creating a virtue, and then as well as understanding financial literacy. As far as putting yourself in a good financial position, understanding how to better manage money, how to tackle certain financial
Mm-hmm.
situations whenever it comes down to like
Time
credit
management too.
saving. Yeah, as far as like credit saving, investing, uh, real estate, and anything it might be, just
Yeah.
having a good understanding of those certain things, and your health as well. You know, not even just exercising and eating well. You know, your health as far as like building an immune system. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Watching what you eat that's gonna actually help you prevent sicknesses
Your
and everything like that.
proportions. There's
Yeah,
proportions in the media you consume, proportions in the food you consume, proportions in the conversation you have.
most
Um,
definitely.
it really is. What's that Busta Rhymes verse? The whole world's looking at me,
Oh
watching and
my
waiting and
god! And
see if I
oh, I
fulfill
forgot.
my
I almost forgot about it
destiny.
too. We gonna definitely have to chop it up about that, cause ooh,
Oh shit.
you slick Ooh, oh, you chopped it up with Buster. Ooh,
I
you
did.
chopped it up with Buster. Oh my god, I almost
I
forgot
chopped it
about
up
it
with
too,
Buster, bro. What felt like an hour was only 20 minutes.
bro. You chopped it up with Buster. Oh
I
my
still got it.
god,
If people want to check that out, I could probably link that. My first season of the podcast, which a lot of people still don't know, and that's my fault. I didn't promote it and whatnot. But
bro.
if you didn't know, this ill conversation, I definitely had the first season on my IG. I am going to link that. But my second season is all on YouTube, and going forward and so forth, everything's gonna be on YouTube. But my first season, I did, like you said, I got to chop it up with Busta Rhymes, bro. That shit was crazy. I
Bro,
still can't believe it to this day
bro,
right now.
you
Look,
got to chop it up with Buster Rhymes. You chopped it up with Buster. You really chopped it up with Buster. And it was so unbelievable whenever I seen you on there too, bro. Like I'm like, bro, I know my nigga is not. I really thought it was like some edit that you put in. That's why
nah,
I had to.
nigga.
That's why I had to hit you up about it, cause I couldn't. I didn't watch the video. I just seen the clip, and I didn't have the audio on, so I couldn't hear what y'all was saying. So I just slid up on. I think I was at work or something. That's why I couldn't play it
Yeah.
out loud. But I just slid up. I was like, "Yo, like, what's going on?" And you told me and then you told me like you actually chopped it up with him. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
I did, nigga.
this nigga chopped it up with Buster,
I
bruh."
did. But
I know we was in the middle of a topic. I'm so
I
sorry, bro.
know. Hey, but we could go now. I don't give a fuck. I know we've been talking about the real, and we got a
I'm
little,
saying, bruh,
switch it up a little bit. But yeah, man, that
bruh.
that really happened. That really happened.
Tell
I
me
still
how it
can't
was
believe it,
talking to Buster, bro.
bro. It was like talking to
Tell
one
me
of the
what the
rap
hell was
gods.
Buster like.
One of the fucking rap gods, my nigga. There's still to this day. They was like, I wish I said that, but I was just so in the
Oh
moment.
my god,
And I
bro.
caught that. I caught one of the rap gods off guard. He didn't think I was gonna come with some shit. He thought I was just like, oh, you kid, like you, yo, what's up, kid? Like, we in a conglomerate. Like, you know how Busta be and shit. But
Heck
like,
yeah, I know that
when I
nigga be
caught that nigga off guard, I was on something like, yeah. So like, I ain't gonna say. I want people to actually tune in to that. I want y'all to actually watch that. I probably put a little clip or whatever, but. I
bro.
caught him off guard, bro.
I
I
would
was
have
like,
been
man,
talking my shit for days if I was you. You caught Buster
let
Rhymes
me say
off
this.
guard with a conversation. Oh my god. I'm
Let me say
trying not
this
to
though.
lose my cool right now, so I'm chilling. But
Let me
this
say this
nigga,
though. I didn't care for the notoriety and whatnot. Like I wasn't just like, hey, I thought the bus run. Like if you seen it, you seen
and
it.
you
You didn't,
tried to be humble about it.
I
Oh
did,
my
I did,
god.
I did, bro. It's just me. No, I didn't want to be like, hey, I thought the best ran. You know that. If it was brought up in conversation, then I'll bring it up. But if not, it's like one of those like party tricks, you know? Like you could just be like, hey,
Mm.
I had a conversation with Busta Rhymes. It wasn't like, hey, let me get a picture, or hey, what's up, Busta Rhymes? It was just like sit down conversation. Like he gave me ill advice, my nigga, and I
saying,
applied that shit, my nigga.
that nigga Busta Rhymes, bro.
You
I
know how
was
many
like,
niggas,
yo, like,
bro.
bro, I swear to God, I was so mad when I seen that. As soon as I seen it, I swear to God, I immediately went on Instagram, followed this nigga, went on Facebook, followed this nigga, tried to see if this nigga had a Twitter handle. Didn't even have Twitter.
He
Downloaded
got
Twitter,
Twitter
seeing
now.
if he. I know this is what I'm saying. Like, bro, I tried to find this nigga on everything. I'm like, bro, if he can get a conversation with us, I know this nigga can
Okay,
give me
okay.
a hey or a
I'm gonna say
hello.
this though. I'm gonna say this. I be catching people off guard with the information I know. I get that sometimes. I be doing my homework. But if you ever do walk into Busta Rhymes, I want you to tell him this. That one of the last conversations that I know him and DMX had was they was both sitting down. A lot of people don't know about this. I don't know how I know this. I know this probably. I don't know. But they was having a conversation. They was sitting down and And DMX was like, you fall off the cliff, you getting chased by a tiger or whatever. Like you gonna jump off that cliff and you gonna get eaten by a tiger. Buster, and Buster was like, I'm not jumping off that cliff. I can't fucking swim. So if you ever catch Busta Rhymes, tell that nigga you better learn how to swim, because the last conversation you had with DMX was you didn't know how to swim, and you better learn how to swim for DMX. So catch his ass off guard with that.
I'm gonna try. I hope it catch him off guard in a good way, cause I don't know if he be on his shit and I just be like, "Hey, Buster, you better learn how to swim," and he just be like, "What the fuck you talking about, son?" I'm like, oh,
Yo, he hit you with the what the fuck you talking about, son? Like, yo,
hey, yo,
like
son.
the dragon.
Hey, yo, son, stay in your place, son. I'm like,
The fucking dragon. The fucking
I'm
conglomerate. The rap god himself.
I'm like, yo.
But yeah, man, I hit him with some shit that he didn't think I would know at 19 and shit. I was just like, I know he, he might not know I know stuff. But I had to make my mark. I took that opportunity, like you said. Sometimes you only get that opportunity, so you better present yourself. You better have some character too. You better have some homework behind you.
Bro, it's the first impression that matters the most, and you killed it too, bro. I give you that. You killed
I
that
tried to
whole
hold it
conversation.
together. Like, you know how we reacting right now? I was just like, inside, I was like, oh shit, it's one of the rap guys.
Bro,
outside,
you did better than me. I would not have kept my composure in that conversation. I would have been saying his whole name and everything. So yeah, what do you think about that topic, Busta Rhymes? You would be like, yo, why you calling me by my whole name, son? Like, I can't help it. I just can't help it, nigga. That's Busta Rhymes, bro.
Busta Rhymes, y'all.
The Busta Rhymes.
The rap god himself. The 30. Bro.
But you know what I really want to chop it up with him about? Because this was something I heard off the 85 South show. The conversation that he had with George Clinton and all them whenever they were talking about.
I pointed that out.
Yeah, that was wild to me whenever I heard him talk about that, bro. Whenever they were talking about how the cops had came up to them when they were dropping the mothership, when they had first started dropping the mothership on stage. And the cops, they came up to them like, yo, like, what are y'all trying to signify with this? And they were like, yo, we just, you know what I'm saying, thought it would be cool to have a spaceship on stage. And, it got them thinking, and I forgot what the book was called that they had wrote about it or something like that. But, it got them to thinking like, yo, like, why would they press us? Why would the cops press us about dropping a spaceship on stage, when it's just for, you know what I'm saying, when it's just for props.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
itself.
yeah. So it got them thinking like, yo, like, is it really some secrets that the government is holding about aliens or outer space or anything like that? Because that's crazy, bro. Like, imagine you being an artist and you just being like, okay, well, this is, you know what I'm saying, this would be a good gimmick for me to perform with, you know what I'm saying? And then you just use it for kicks and giggles. And then, like, after that, you know what I'm saying, you getting interrogated by the police for having a whole spaceship on your stage. Like, this.
Why you
know what I'm saying?
On your stage? Like, what are you trying to tell these people? Because they know.
Exactly.
They know.
And you just doing it for sport. You just doing it because it looked cool.
Yeah, the mothership was the shit, though.
Exactly.
Don't know about that mothership. Y'all should definitely, if you got find time, look up that damn mothership. It's probably one of the longest intros to the Dr. Funkenstein that I've seen. I still watch it to this day. When he just walking down the steps and they ladies is singing and shit, man. I love that shit, bro. I love that
big
shit.
Ass cloak on and everything.
I'm saying niggas was with the get down back then. That P-Funk, that psych. You know what I'm saying? The father, one of the fathers of G-Funk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, still got mad respect for them too. Cause I'm telling you, every time he play that Not Just Knee Deep record, boy, that thing hit every time.
Bro, what do you mean? It's the fact that Not Just Knee Deep is not on Spotify, bro. I have to go on YouTube every time to listen to that song. And sometimes I click the playback thing and I play a slowed down version, like a reverb version. I'm like, damn, this shit is just so ill. And, you get high sometimes.
Bro, and that's my favorite. That's my favorite part in Good Burger. Whenever they go to the insane asylum, and then nigga Kel turn on the radio, and then they kick it like ding ding ding.
Because you have no choice but to move your body.
I'm saying, like, it started getting, like, you just be sitting there watching TV, and it just.
When y'all find time, look up Not Just Knee Deep, the original version too, or the live version. But look up the original version, or if you've seen Good Burger, we'll probably put a clip here. that song, like, you have no choice but to move. It's the funk in you, baby. It's
Oh
always in
God.
you, man. These vibrations and these sound waves and all that. They was on some other shit though, man. They
I'm
really
saying,
was.
my boy.
They was on some other shit. But yeah, when he had that conversation, I told him, I was like, yeah, you had that whole conversation with him and all that. He was like, how did you fucking know that? I knew about that, but then when he talked about that on 85 South Show, I was like, damn, I guess it was true. Let me
Yeah,
see.
he put everything in the
Yeah,
detail on there too. Like
he
he
did.
really let it out.
Y'all should definitely check that episode out with Busta Rhymes on 85 South Show. You're gonna learn a lot about him and that alone. Like, I never, like, the vulnerability that he's had. And it was another conversation with some other black dude. I forgot what it was about. Like, we was gonna lose Busta Rhymes not too long ago. Where
For
he had
real.
some breathing problems. Like, yeah, Busta Rhymes, he was just like, he was at the doctor's office one time, and he was so overweight. Remember, he was a little bit overweight, like chunky, like, and he was
Yeah.
like leaning over the bed where they have you sit and wait in the room and shit by yourself, waiting on the doctor, and the
Mm-hmm.
doctor was like, Busta Rhymes, your breathing is bad. Like, I closed the door and I can hear you breathing out your mouth like like his airways was just
Dang, boy.
closing up on him and tightening it up with him. That's why he had to change his whole thing, and then he came back with that ELEE2. You know what I'm saying? That extinction level event 2. Y'all should definitely listen to that shit. You know what I'm
Heck
saying?
yeah.
If you ain't listened to the first one, you should listen to the first. Matter of fact, you should go all the way back to the beginning, listen to that shit, then come all the way to LEE2 and listen to that. But
Hey,
yeah.
bro. Before we even move on from this topic, you gotta tell me at least your top three. What is your top three favorite Busta Rhymes songs? Top three at least.
Are we going off the top, or can I pull out my phone? Because there's just some songs where I just gotta play it and I'm bumping. I don't care if the speakers is up. You already know.
Just get me off the top first. Just get me off the dome. What you gonna go with off the dome? Just give me what you gonna go with off the dome. Cause this
A
is
lot of
the
people,
Busta Rhymes that we talking.
I like Salute the Gods. I like that opening sequence to Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song off the top. I like Ill Vibes with Q-Tip in it. Ill Vibes, and cause I'm not saying none of the mainstream songs. I'm saying the songs off the top. And one more. Oh, it's that one song when he was talking about the devil in his sleep. It was what was it? Oh, what album was that on? It was like in the intro, he was snoring and shit, and then he was just talking about the fucking, like, it was almost like he had sleep paralysis or some shit. It was some ill shit. I forgot the name of the fucking song.
From the
Yeah.
newest album he just dropped.
No. It's not the newest one. That's why I had to pull out my phone. I need to pull out my
Yeah, I
phone,
was
bro.
saying.
Let me pull that motherfucker out, man. Oh, on the Genesis album. Where is it at? Bad Dreams. Yeah, I like Bad Dreams. But yeah, to name a few, I like Break Your Neck, obviously, Truck Volume, Genesis, and then some off of Extinction Level with Tear the Roof Off, Give Me Some More. I love that music video. I remember seeing that music video as a little kid, and I got a little scared of that shit. But I could see where Missy Elliott got her influence, like,
yeah,
definitely.
she
But what's your
dope though.
three?
She mad dope too. Like I can't even lie. Like she, my personal favorite female rapper. I gotta give it to her to be honest with you, cause like
Yeah,
it's like I don't know. It's kind of just like the performance energy that she comes with. You know what I'm saying? And the
the
creativity.
entertaining, the
Exactly.
entertainer.
And it's
Like,
like, yo, like it just makes the aura and the music that they drop just so much better. Like it's just way doper. And she's still doing it to this day. Like she still
still
got
doing
hit
it.
records from like what a few years, not even too long ago.
That's why nobody can do a versus with Busta. He's been in this for
Shit.
30 plus. 30 plus.
Man, did you see
30
him on the
plus.
Masked Singer? Did you see him on the Masked Singer?
No, I didn't.
Boy, he killed it on. I mean, he got eliminated, but he still killed it. I don't care what nobody say. He had on a dragon costume, and he did a cover on "I'm Gonna Knock You Out," and like
Oh, LL Cool
he came
J.
into it. He came into it just going off because like he had that depth in his voice, and then he had
Oh
the
yeah,
dragon
that's
costume
the
on,
dragon for you.
and then he let it off with fire on the bass drop. He was like, "Don't call it a comeback," and then all the fire just came up. I
Oh
was like,
shit,
"Yo, this nigga
I
wild
gotta
right
see
here."
that. I gotta really check that fucking out, bro. And
I'm
it's perfect for him. He's a fucking dragon too. Like you
I'm
can't tell him not to
saying,
be the fucking dragon. That's Buster Rhymes, my nigga.
but he did that though, bro. I'll give him that. Like I'll give. Matter of fact, hold on, I'll give him
Yeah,
a round of applause.
gots to.
For
What you
real.
mean? What you mean? But has Busta Rhymes ever done voiceover work? He should definitely do voiceover work. Like
Yeah,
he needs to.
he did a cartoon. I forgot which cartoon he did, and then he did the video game with Snoop Dogg.
Now I remember the video games, the Def
Yeah.
Jam games and all that, but like he needs to do like some like I feel like he would best fit like on I don't know what network would probably take him up, but maybe Adult Swim. I could see him like just being on some
Oh,
original
he
type
was on
shit.
the he already was on Adult Swim. He was on Boondocks.
Yo, he was.
He was
Him
on
and
Boondocks.
Exhibit was too.
Yeah, they was both on Boondocks.
Damn. Speaking of which, look at the shirt I got on, cuz. Yeah, nigga. You
Yeah,
already know, boy. I keeps it on me, nigga.
I feel you. I feel you. People.
Um,
Yo, but yeah, man. High homage to him though, man. Like that's definitely one of the legends. Definitely going down as one of the greats.
and I can say like that. I can pull out my phone anytime and be like, "Hey, kid, like I met Busta Rhymes. I might not have been in person, but we had a whole conversation in front of thousands of people."
Boy, good God, boy, that still hurt. Oh my God.
I had adults telling me like, "Yo, kid, like I ain't think you was gonna come with that. Like I thought you just gonna be on some cheerleader or some fan shit, but like you knew what you was talking about, kid. Like, hey, yo, kid. Like I had this one dude that was working with me from New York. He's like, hey, yo, kid. Like
Brother.
I ain't even know, kid. Like you met Busta Rhymes. Like that's the guy. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I usually bust some fucking asses for because they didn't do their homework, but you knew your homework. Like you did your homework. I respect you. I salute you for that. You know what I'm saying. Like I was like,
Dog,
damn. Like I'm saying,
dog.
no,
He
bro.
Busta Rhymes. He Busta Rhymes. That nigga looked at you. He gave you the cigar in the hand point at the
He
screen.
gave me the
He
fucking
did this.
salute.
Oh my God,
He gave
boy.
me and I saluted back, nigga. Oh my
And I
god,
can quote it because I watched that clip like 10 times whenever he said that.
you did.
Bro looked at you from the side like this. He said, I didn't expect you, a 19-year-old, to hit me with that type of talk right there. I'm like, ah! No, he didn't hit that nigga with the side point.
He
Oh my
did.
God,
He
boy.
did. And then the eyes too, you know what I'm saying? Like you 19.
I'm
Like,
saying, boy, that nigga Buster, man. Oh my God.
I gotta rewatch that.
I
I
was
gotta
so
rewatch
angry
that.
at your ass
I
for
can't I can't keep watching it over and over, but I feel like it's a special occasion to watch it now. I'm like,
Nah,
damn, I
boy.
really met this
I can
nigga.
watch that every day, all day.
I met one of
That's probably gonna be my
them
homies.
damn the damn rap guys. You talking as if you was there. You was like, damn,
Bro, because when I tell you, bro, like it had me in a certain space. I'm like, dang, like another, like a dude from like my city got on here and chopped it up
yeah,
with Buster. Like,
yeah.
bro, come on, man,
Okay, maybe
come
that'll be
on.
the promotion for this episode. Like, and then they gonna come into some like to get to this point in the video, you have to listen to all this information first.
Exactly.
Cause you to get to this fun part, like we're gonna make sure people gonna leave with some type of insight to something or some type of
Yeah, for
thought
sure.
provoking thing that they can look into further, like we said before. But like we said, this is all love, man. This is always all love. This whole discussion and everything that we talked about is full circle, man. But yeah, it's an everyday struggle with everything. And that night when that happened with Busta Rhymes, bro, I couldn't believe it neither. I was so in the damn moment. I still enjoy it to this day. I really do, and I held it together. I don't know how I held it together, cause I was like, "Let me calm down, Buster. Let me calm down." I had to fix my fitty. I had to fix that. I had a fro then. I had a fro, and I was like, "Let me calm down, Buster." He was like, "Hey, kid, he had a cigar on him and shit." I think Spliff was there that day. I don't know if Spliff was there. I
I
don't
think
know.
so. I think he was in the background. He had that sweater on and everything too.
Yeah.
My nigga was shining in there.
Oh my
Boy,
God.
Bruh, bruh.
You
You
gonna watch
really
that
chopped
tonight?
it up with Busta Rhymes on his Instagram live, dog. Do you understand the severity of you chopping it up with Busta Rhymes on his Instagram live, dog? I
Oh
don't
my
know how many
gosh.
niggas I would pay to get an opportunity like that. It might be 30 niggas, it might be 25 niggas, but oh my God, you really made it happen.
I did. I don't know how it happened, but it happened, man. It was one of those things that I never take for granted. Like one of the rap gods, like, and I was following him all up in this shit. I was like, yeah,
I'm
I like his
saying,
production. He coming out with Extinction, a level event too. He was like, and you better fucking listen to it, kid. I did listen to it. I don't know why he didn't believe me. Like I was trying to tell him, like I did listen to it. I listened to it like 3 times over and over. And even before he dropped that remix and everything, I listened to it. But I was just so in the moment, like. He was just like, "You listen
yo,
to it again, kid." You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta rewatch it. I want to quote him right. I don't want to. I don't want to
I'm
say anything.
saying,
Like, but I'm gonna have to quote him right,
boy,
man.
I thought you would have been, man. Cause like everything was going through my mind, bro. That's why I got so jealous whenever I seen it. I'm like, he probably got this nigga personal phone number. These niggas probably about to
Hey,
go on a
hey.
freaking vacation or something together. Like, bro, I ain't know what to think after I seen you on the screen with that nigga. I'm like,
I
bro, he about to
definitely
be
made my
talking to
mark.
Buster.
Can I say that? I'm gonna say this. I definitely made my mark. If that makes you proud, I definitely made my mark with Busta Rhymes. So who knows?
Boy, when I tell, oh my god, but yeah. But yeah, man.
Ain't
Overall, man, I'm so happy that you got that opportunity, my nigga. Cause boy, like it's not even every day that niggas even get to meet celebrities in person. You got to chop it up with the rap legend himself, the
yeah.
Busta Rhymes.
The nigga that beat Jay-Z in rap battles
Exactly,
back in high school.
my boy. You got to chop it up with the Busta Rhymes, the Busta Rhymes.
I did. I really did. I don't know. Like I know niggas like, man, I wish that was me, but it's like, bro, like I'm not gonna throw it in y'all faces, but y'all know. Y'all know. You saw it. He even
I'm
gave me my
saying,
props. I couldn't believe it. Like I caught this nigga off guard with what I said. Like he wasn't expecting that shit. He thought I was gonna be on some fan shit, but I know my homework, nigga.
I would have. Oh my god, that shit crazy, my boy. God damn, that shit crazy,
Okay, let's start talking about cause you like, man,
bro.
shit
For
made me
real, like I'm
like,
baffled,
oh
bro. And even like, bro, and I think you did this more than once too, where you made me feel jealous about a celebrity, because it was that time we worked the Carolina game together at the Duke and Carolina game, and we worked concession. And I remember it vividly, nigga, because I got like sick as a dog that day. Like I had like a bad stomach ache or
man.
something,
Yeah.
and I was just hurling in the back. And then like right before we got to leave, like do you remember that game? It was when Michael Jordan came to the game whenever we worked concession.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
and
that
I
game.
ain't even get to see him on the big screen, bro. I was like, bro, I was sick. Like I'm in the
Yeah, that's
back.
probably the closest I've been to MJ.
Exactly, and I ain't even get to see bro sitting courtside, bro. And I was so mad because like nigga, when we was working concession, I'm like feeling sick. I told him I was like, bro, I got a stomach ache. So that's like,
Damn, I
all
don't
right,
remember
just
that.
just tag out, go to the back, nigga. I went to the back. I'm earling all in the trash cans and everything.
Damn.
Everybody sitting here screaming because of the game. Like, yeah, go Carolina.
You felt the
I'm like,
vibrations in your chest and
I'm
you
saying,
still
I'm
throwing
like,
up.
nigga, I just want to go home. Like,
Yeah,
y'all
yo. Our high
tripping.
school, we used to be able to volunteer at the Carolina games, get the free food, Chick-fil-A
Oh
and
yeah,
all
that
the
was
whole
that
nine
was dope.
yards. I was always on the damn barbecue, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that damn barbecue sandwiches, right? But yeah, that's probably the closest I've been to. Well, I met Joe Barry, technically, because he played for the Lakers for like 2 weeks and whatnot. But
Word.
that's probably the closest I've been to a Hall of Famer. Like MJ, my nigga. Like,
Nigga.
that's crazy, bro. I saw him on the big
But that shit
screen. That
made,
shit was
but that
crazy.
shit made me so mad, bro. Cause like even when we was getting ready to leave, bro, like I'm posted up, like I think I was sitting on a table or something, and I'm
You
just
look out of
chilling.
it.
For real, like I
You
was
look
out of
out
it
of it.
for real, and they was offering me. They was like, "Hey, Jamar, you want a few chicken sandwiches?" I'm like, "Nigga, let's just go." Like I don't want nothing. I don't want no sandwiches, no chips, no popcorn. No pit bull puppies,
No.
nigga. Just take me home, bro. Like for real, for real.
He's ready to go. You weren't even thinking about, oh, MJ. No, you was thinking about, oh, my bed.
Exactly. But nigga, I woke up that next day and everybody was telling me like, yo, the game was wild. Like MJ was there. I'm like, hold up, nigga, MJ was there? They was like, yeah, he was sitting courtside. I'm like, nigga. Niggas was so out of it, I didn't even notice MJ was courtside, bro.
Yeah, bro. MJ was courtside, bro. This shit was crazy. I got to see him talk on the mic. Like, nigga, we left the concession stand to go talk, not talk to him, but go see this nigga as close as we could. Like, niggas was standing up. Like, you could not see shit. You can only see what you can see, bro. Like, shit was tight, packed.
That's what I'm saying. And I couldn't even sit. Like, bro, oh my god, I was
Damn.
that sick, bro. Like, I couldn't even see, bro. I didn't even want to go see, bro. I'm in the back the whole time. I'm in the freaking janitor's closet, nigga, just chilling, just earling the whole time.
Yeah. We'll come
So
back
I'm
there
like,
periodically. Like, yo, you all right? You straight? And then you be like, yeah.
I'm saying, nigga, I'll trust me. I was not all right. I was the farthest thing from all right, nigga. Like, boy. But that shit had me hot when I was nigga, cause I'm waking up, everybody posting them, everybody got them on video and everything. And I wake up, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, and when I tell you, nigga, God work in mysterious ways, cause nigga, boy, when I tell you I was hot, like I was hot. Like even if I would have just got like a little glimpse of Michael Jordan on the court, I would have been straight.
That damn shiny
Yeah,
bald
just
ass
that
head.
nigga for real, just the sweat going off that nigga bald head would have been straight for me, bro. But nah, I ain't even get to see him, bro. And that killed me so hard, bro. I'm like, yo.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's funny to laugh at now, like, cause you talking about like, you know, niggas man bust runs, nigga was close to vicinity.
I'm
of
saying
damn Michael Jordan. Hell, I was in the same vicinity as Tommy McGuire's Aunt May. I went to go see a damn show, and she was at the show, nigga. And I was like, damn, like probably closer to her than I was to Michael Jordan, nigga. And she Aunt May, nigga. This Aunt May, nigga. Tobey Maguire's Aunt May. Niggas don't even know, bro. You know how many? No, I ain't gonna say all that. I don't care for the notoriety.
Oh no, speak your mind. Trust me, cause I done seen the Aunt May for this generation. And she ain't no Aunt May, nigga. She that is not.
It'll
no
be your
Aunt
turn
May.
soon, bro. You gonna meet some type of Hall of Famer or some shit.
I got to, bro. The only famous person I done met was in 8th grade, and you know Darren Brand, Big Baby off of Wild 'N Out.
Damn.
The big dude with the dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He be in North Carolina though, don't he?
Yeah, he from here. He from Burlington.
Yeah. I was finna say he from North Carolina.
He came down to Broadview when I was in 8th grade. And him and old dude from the 102 Jams radio station came down here. And he was like he was going up on the bleachers, sitting on the bleachers, recording people, putting everybody on the snap. And nigga, when I tell you, he came up right on the bleachers, and nigga, I was telling everybody, I was like, move, like I slid everybody to the other side. I made one space for this nigga right beside me, and this nigga came up them bleachers. That nigga said, doom, sat right there, and nigga, he like this nigga like right here to me, and I'm like, and I'm saying cheese, and I'm like. And he put me on the snap. He was like, say something to the snap. I'm like,
yeah, you was in the moment, cuz. You was
I'm like,
you froze, nigga.
I couldn't even speak. Nigga, all he got me on the snap saying, I was like, wildin', and then it just cut off. That was it.
You had to say, though.
And I tried to speak to him again whenever his assembly was over, but man, you know how the teachers be. Everybody like, man, go back to class. Like,
take your ass back to class. Go on
so
and stop talking. Get back to class. We got work to do. Fuck all that shit.
But niggas was starstruck though. Niggas was starstruck like crazy, bro. When I tell you, like, boy.
Yeah, bro.
It was good.
You ain't the only one. I'm gonna be honest. You ain't the only one that's, openly jealous to me conversating with Busta Rhymes. You not.
Oh yeah, I know. Plenty. Even niggas that didn't know you was jealous. Even niggas that was on his live was jealous at you.
Most definitely, they was like, "Yo, this kid, like, out of all people, like, he's the one that gets to
nigga,
talk."
I vowed to myself. I said I ain't never gonna miss another one of those. If Busta Rhymes go again, nigga, you gonna see me one of the first niggas in that live.
You got the post notifications on and everything.
I was saying, boy.
Shit, man.
Man, boy. But that shit was wild too, man. Oh my God. No, I'm gonna just fall back because I don't even want to think about it no more.
He said, "I'm a full bird,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
He got me bust around.
God
This
dang,
nigga
boy.
got, he got
The Buster
the
Rhymes
with the
rap
rap
legend.
god, the
I
rap
give
god
you a pat on the
himself."
back with that one, my nigga.
But if you ever
For
catch
real,
Buster
for
around,
real.
you tell that nigga he need to learn how to swim. Tell that nigga he need to learn how to swim. He probably don't realize a lot of people know that, but I know that for a fact. Tell
You
him
said
about
what
the
now?
whole tell him about the whole conversation he had with DMX about getting chased by some animal or something. You gonna jump off that cliff in the water, or you gonna get eaten by that tiger or whatever they was talking about. But like he gonna be like, "Yo, kid, how you know that?"
Boy,
Like,
how did you find that out? Was you just watching videos?
I don't know. I just pay attention. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't remember where I got that from. But I don't, legit. Trust me on that one. If I'm telling you on this, anyone. Matter of fact, since this is gonna be posted, if you catch Busta Rhymes and you just so happen catch him off guard, tell him you need to learn how to swim. B, yo, B, you need to learn how to swim. Like my nigga Ace, like he in the back, like he been in the aquatics in the back. Like, just catch him off guard, bro. You don't even gotta if you don't listen to Busta Rhymes like that and you catch him, just tell him to learn how to swim, bro. You ain't even gotta, you know what I'm saying? No
Dang, my
disrespect.
boy.
Tell him to learn how
Mm.
to swim. Ask him.
Man, let me get off of this real quick.
Yeah, we gonna wrap
I'm
it up right
saying,
here, y'all.
yeah, we go. I was like, yo, this nigga really was on the left.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
bro. I remember everything that went on. I remember what studio he was in. I remember the
Yep.
sweater that nigga had on. I
Yep.
remember the fact that he had a blunt in his hand whenever he. Oh my god,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fat cigar too. Fat cigar. And he
boy.
had his drink on him too. I bet Spliff was in there.
Oh god, boy.
Spliff had to been in there. Okay, well, I need to do this closer, man. I done forgot my own damn outro. I got my notes right here and shit. I done forgot my own damn outro to
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
it's
But
all good, man. I had a
is there
whole
any
nother. You said what?
Huh? Say what?
No, I was like, I had a whole nother catalog of like basically these are just like relationship topics and stuff like that. But I'm saying like, did you want to do another one of these and get into the audit?
Hell yeah, we can always make time for one of these. I mean, we can get into it now. I don't care. We can keep going. I'm a little tired though. I know you tired.
Oh yeah.
It's been good chopping it up with you, my boy. This has been MirMir, ill conversations with special guest. What do you want to be called? I keep damn, cause I don't want to.
Probably just go call me Jaykair. That's probably
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
Jakar,
put out
Jakar.
as, man.
All right, that's
I don't
bet.
really think I'm gonna just go by my full first
Government.
name. I'm gonna just go by Jaykair.
Yeah,
That's what everybody was calling me whenever I was in high school anyway.
yeah. All right, man. Jakar, I appreciate you making time for this today. It's been a real honor, man. And the fact that we talked about some real shit, man, I appreciate it, man. I didn't know you was coming with that, man. I don't know what it was, but your energy attracted me, and my energy obviously attracted you in
Oh
some type
God.
of weird way, but it just did, man. And we here, right here, and I hope we get to chop it up again pretty soon, man. I know this wasn't as scheduled, but it's just like, man, I had the time, so I was like, man, why not? You know, I might
Oh
as well
yeah,
just
most
see
definitely.
what he on, see what he want to talk about. He said he has some stuff to talk about. Is there any shout outs you want to give to Miles, to your brothers, anybody, or any of your pages that people want to follow? Like, what's up?
Yeah, man. You can get me on everything basically. Instagram, Snapchat, Jaykair _15. That's JAYKAIR _15.
Yeah,
And yeah, shout out to just one, my family. Two, all the people I've been trying to collaborate with and push up for the moment. Like shout out, definitely big shout out to my cousin, uh 13 at 13 forever. Osaze goes by Osaze on Instagram. For his music. I'm really trying to get into a lot of things with him
yeah,
as well as far as music goes, as far as promoting and getting shows together and everything like that. You can check his brand out at 13 Forever. And it's really something I want to push hard because it's not really just about music. It's not really about just just getting into one area. It's kind of just it symbolizes loyalty to him and family. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's something that I feel like everybody can get behind. And I really want to push that for him because I really notice all of the effort he's going into with that, as far as performing and donating. You know what I'm saying? Doing a lot of
yeah.
charity work and making his making his brand pop by making clothes, everything
I
like
love
that.
that.
So yeah, I really want to push people behind that, just to get behind it, and as well as me, you know what I'm saying? I also want to come up with my own podcast and channel. So
Oh
yeah,
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 definitely.
just look out for that, man. Just yeah, just keeping everybody posted on those
Y'all
things.
definitely.
Yeah, for
Definitely,
sure. That.
everybody be on the lookout for that. I definitely link everything down below. We'll chop it up after this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it going, and I hope everyone damn, what's the outro? I done damn forgot. Everyone has been safe, and also you have a great morning, afternoon, and evening, and peace.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and big shout out to you too, man. For sure that like you really doing your thing with this thing too, man. Like for real, like when I say it's really like an honor for you to even let me on your platform, bro. Like I got ready for the occasion. Like I bought new headphones, new microphone, all this
Yeah,
just to be able to chop it up with you as efficiently as possible, bro. Cause like
damn, bro,
I really appreciate what you've been doing on here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
damn,
I mean that for real. Like it's all love, bro. So I appreciate you
always.
even being able to have this conversation with me on your platform, bro. For real,
Hey
for real.
man, I want the best for everybody. You know, everything I do and everything I say. Don't as far as kids, if y'all is tuning into this, I'm not your role model, but I do want to be able to influence people to do the things that they thought they couldn't do.